Hey everybody, welcome to a new episode of the All or Nothing podcast. My name is Gus Gomez. I am joined by my co-host
Tyler. I'm not going to give you my last name.
Dustin
We're
Gowan.
joined by our
co-host.
rotating third co-host.
You don't know
Dustin
that yet.
Gowan.
I accept.
This could be consistent.
That's very true. We could be consistent at something in our lives. Let's make it this. So, we were talking about the sadness in the world, and that brought us to Disney. So, Disney now owns everything. What doesn't Disney own? They own Lucasfilm, they own Marvel, they don't own DC, but they own Pixar. So if you're going
Don't
to...
own the X-Men.
They don't?
No,
own
Fox still
the
has
X-Men.
it.
Fox does? Does Sony still have Spider-Man?
Technically, yes.
But didn't they buy the rights to put him in stuff, though? So I'm guessing the rights cost enough that they'll do whatever they want. And
Well,
Sony,
they can't make...
Sony also doesn't make enough money to really complain these days.
Yeah, Sony can't make a good Spider-Man movie. So they're going
Or-
to see if Marvel can.
Good anything that isn't involved directly with video games, apparently, because the PlayStation division is the only profitable division of Sony. Other
I'm
than
sure
that-
their TVs are selling.
No, they're not. They're
Okay,
literally not.
yeah.
That's the point.
No.
They
They-
were for a while, but yeah, they went to the way of the dinosaur.
Yeah, and all of their super expensive laptops and cameras and stuff, nobody's buying that stuff
Their
anymore.
laptops are just god awful, hammer dog shit.
Never bought one.
It's like Dell's. Oh my god.
What's wrong with Michael? He's a Texas boy. You gotta... Nah, I'm kidding. Dells or whatever. I don't care.
It's horrible bricks, man. You got a better chance of using the little stops.
Oh wait, I forgot. You were in, to some degree, like a computer nerd.
Yeah, I did IT.
You're...
I worked more with secure networks, so for the
Yeah.
most part, and I did, and I worked on a lot of Dell computers, and who made the Tough Book? Talk about the most durable piece of shit with no memory in it at all. I think it had like 56 gigs of memory, and these were
Was that not comparable at
these-
the time?
no, these are 2010, 2011, 2012. This is, yeah,
That's a little
56
rough.
gigs. You couldn't save anything to your computer, ever. So
Y'all playing Pokemon?
No.
no,
Yeah.
we're doing a podcast right now.
We're just recording.
We're online.
Well, we're not online. Not yet. Don't be mean. Don't be a dick.
We're doing this, and we're doing it to get online and stuff. So
Yeah,
it's
we'll
a
put it
microphone
on.
sitting there.
Yeah, it's just a big microphone.
So keep Toby to a minimum. I know. Look at her. Look at her. She's like, that's a challenge in itself.
Meow. Come on, Johnny.
Meow.
Don't listen to him.
Yeah, the microphone's super.
You can look at this occasionally. There should be some kind of volume thing fluctuating up and down, like every time I talk. Do you not have that
There
kind
is
of like
that.
software? I'm just asking.
Yes, that's true, but being able to hear it is still quicker. I can tell you guys to be louder or quieter. We can
Well,
work on mic discipline
like you said, you
actively.
got it on the highest setting. It really doesn't matter. I'm sure you're hearing the fleas jump on Karma right now.
That's fair.
In which she shouldn't have many fleas. She just got a pill a couple days ago. Like killed every single one of them, man. They were dropping like flies, man.
Nice.
Or fleas?
I was going to say fleas, but I was like, well, what's the saying? Dropping like flies.
Dropping like dead fleas from a pill that a dog took.
Sure.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah, it's a little much. It's a little wordy.
The funny part is
Little
it
wordy.
only took like 30 minutes. She ate the damn pill and she ate it easily.
Yeah.
Apparently everybody usually has to disguise herself in cheese and crap like that, but she ate the pill. Within 30 minutes, some fuckers were biting her and then just dying. As soon as they bit her skin, they died. Every one of them.
Nice. So let's go back to something. You said
Disney.
Sony can't make a good Spider-Man movie? Did you
Yeah.
say that? I like the last two.
That's because you have bad taste.
Yeah, that's pretty.
In certain things, I certainly do, but
That's pretty
those
bad
movies were
taste.
fine. They were-
Spider-Man 2, like from 10 years ago, that one was the last and only good one.
Wow.
I can't say
Weird. Okay.
I think
You say so.
I think more.
Say
I'm
that.
not saying like personal opinion. I'm saying like critically received. You
Oh.
know, box office numbers.
That's
like the first
probably
Amazing Spider-Man did alright because they made a second one, but like the second one was not received well.
no, it wasn't.
The third
I like it.
Spider-Man 3 was received awfully, and it should be.
It was-
'cause
There's some amazing moments in that movie, though. There's some amazing moments. In
amazing is a certain word that you could use.
I'm not saying amazingly good.
No, yeah, that's what I know.
Amazing something. Tobey Maguire needed to dance. He needed to express himself in a
Yeah,
certain way,
did he?
and he did so.
That
It has gone down
awful,
every
awful
single
scene.
year. Started out the first Spider-Man, 403 million. Second one, 373.
Jesus.
Third one, 336.
That one was a trick. That one was a trick. No one knew how bad that movie was.
Fourth one.
Well, and they made a bunch of movie like weekend one. So
Yeah.
yes.
Now it's the Amazing Spider-Man, which is the fourth one in the kind of saga of the
Yeah.
horrible thing. 262.
Which
Wow.
their budget was big.
Spider-Man 2, 202 million.
I would say more than they all deserved.
Now this is all locally. So based
Oh,
on
I'm sure it
this
did
United
eat-
States.
Just as big worldwide, if not better.
It did a lot better.
Movies worldwide, you know.
Yeah, overseas it did a lot better. But, I mean, it still went from the first movie. I'm sorry, actually, Spider-Man 3 did the best worldwide. It finished
Really?
out overall domestically and
I'm
overseas.
100% sure that was a trick. People were like, man, Spider-Man 2, it kind of grew on me. Let's go watch the third one.
Either
Oh, what is this garbage with him dancing in the middle of the street?
it's either that or it was China,
Yeah.
because China gets into shit in ways that the U.S. does not, and that changes everything.
It's also
for
a ton
movie.
of them. So,
Yeah,
Exactly.
Little fuckers running around. I do have a Chinaman living here.
you see, there's so many, you know,
Yeah.
they're exports now.
I can't get them as roommates now.
Nice.
That's right, as long as he keeps paying his bills. He's actually gone at the end of the month. Had to bring his family over from China. Looking for a new roommate. Anybody listen to this podcast, look for a new roommate.
I thought you were going to get rid of everybody.
She's
'Cause of-
easy. Just,
Oh, you were going to
David.
move somewhere new.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was gonna happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Looking Huffman or Crosby. So it's about a $200 million difference between Spider-Man and the Amazing Spider-Man #2. So it just kept like declining.
That's incredible.
That's a huge difference.
And that's part of the reason why a lot of people hate Sony at this point, too, I guess.
I never liked any of the Spider-Mans that came out in the movie theaters. It was one of those ones that I just liked the cartoons, animation ones. I loved them ones when it went to the movies and, you know, real actors doing it. It was one of the ones I thought it just completely sucked. It's like the Incredible Hulk. I thought that was the most horrible thing they could do was turn it into a live person.
Yeah, that's fair. Spider-Man works really well as a comic book character,
Mm-hmm.
as a like vehicle for snarky one-liners that a kid might say. When you have to listen to that out of an actor's mouth who
An hour
is
and a
like
half.
10 years too old to be saying that shit in the first
Hey, man,
place, it's
Deadpool
old.
worked. That's 100% what it is.
Well, plus like swearing and fucking, which
That's what I'm saying. Like,
kind of
Deadpool, you already
makes it
went
different
into
than
it
Spider-Man.
knowing that the whole thing was going to be a fucking comedy. I mean, it like, it's so much different than Spider-Man. Spider-Man tried to implement a huge love story into it. Deadpool did put a little bit of love story in there, and that's why he was fighting, of course, you know. But it was overshadowed by all of the comedy.
and
It
even the love story was hilarious.
It was
yeah. The basis of that movie is that Deadpool's a funny character.
a funny dead guy.
The basis of Spider-Man is that he's a superhero,
He has all these superpowers and he's super fucking nerdy.
which
Just
is
not that appealing.
not that great.
I mean, you could make it work. The problem is, it's, you know, so difficult to make a good movie.
True.
And you get it Like, it's weird how good Spider-Man 2 was. Because Spider-Man 1 was cool. Spider-Man 2, no origin story, all action. It was, everything everything was a good part of the movie. You didn't have to see anything that you already knew. It was just funness. Spider-Man 3, I don't know what happened. Like, I really don't know. I don't know.
A lot of effort went into making a really, really weird movie.
Yeah.
Is it sad that the only Spider-Man I remember, and I've seen all 5 of them,
Yeah.
is the first one? It's the only one that is stuck into
Because
my
Willem
mind.
Dafoe is awesome.
Hashtag truth.
Well, I mean,
And Albert Molina is awesome. Like,
yeah, that's fair.
yeah, that's his name, yeah.
Yes. Is it Albert or Alfred?
I think it's Albert.
Hmm.
Whatever. Mr. Molina is awesome.
Yes, there we go.
But,
The guy who played Doc Ock, for anybody who's wondering, so you
Yeah.
have to look it up.
I know, I remember, like, a bunch of things happened. Spider-Man 3 was a different director. I think because Spider-Man 2 did,
Worse.
yeah, not as good as the first one, but people seem to receive it well. I think more people got eyes on it. It's like, we gotta fix this.
Right.
Like, whatever went wrong between 1 and 2 can't happen between 2 and 3.
Right.
So, like, a whole bunch of weird stuff happened. And because, for the fanfare, because, like, Sandman was the original person, people were asking for Venom. They're like, we gotta put Venom in there. People were asking for Hobgoblin. We gotta put Hobgoblin in it. Like, it was just so much.
Yeah.
And I think it was just, like, pressured in. Like, the expression, you can't put 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag. I think that's what they were trying to do.
Yeah, for sure. Like, there was, again, just a huge amount of effort for something that didn't deserve it.
And
Because it
going
wasn't a
back
good
to, like,
story.
where it started, Sony has a track record of doing that with the X-Men series.
Right.
They got just weird, like, no one likes X-Men 3.
I didn't like the new movie.
The Wolverine Origins was a mess.
That was horrible.
It was real bad.
The second Wolverine movie wasn't received well.
It was better,
And,
and it
like,
wasn't great.
The 2 new ones, they're starting to, like, bring it back up.
Really take it back in time, kind of.
Yeah.
I
And
thought-
even then, the newest one wasn't received as well as the other one, right? As the
No.
first one?
Yeah,
I
First
think
Class
they
was
just
pretty
try to
good.
ramp up so much. Like, it stops being about... Because the way a first movie gets made, someone wants to make that movie.
Mhm.
Someone is working hard to make that movie. When that's already done, they're like, let's... More! Woo! Like, fireworks and shit. So I think that's where their problem is. Maybe it's, producer people just trying to get theirs in.
Yeah.
But whoever's working at Sony needs to just learn how to take a step back and be like, let's just fucking make this work the way... Guardians of the Galaxy is a perfect example. That movie got made because someone wanted to make that movie.
Well, I was going to take it all the way back to Iron Man. Because Iron Man meant that after that, Marvel could do whatever they wanted. Because it's an action movie, it's a character-driven story, it was well written, and it ends with one of the better endings for an action movie ever. It ends with him...
But Iron Man
saying
had the
his-
same kind of problem too, because like Iron Man 3 had problems with that, with too much, and it started
Right.
going downhill. John Favreau didn't want to be a part of it anymore, or not direct it anymore.
Well, he'd rather
And
go...
it just kind of came
do
back
Jungle
up
Book.
with Avengers. Like, Avengers fixed everything.
Right, yeah. Well, again, it's all about the craft of who you got working on the project. You have Jon Favreau, you have Joss Whedon, you have someone who's really talented. They can work with the weird, crazy stories and still make it
That's what I'm
relatable.
saying.
Whereas Sony, like you're saying, yeah, Sony's not making relatable stories. It's just here's all the weird crazy
And even
stuff.
if they do,
Good
you
luck.
know, like even when they, it's not even relatable because we were just watching Bourne movies. Like that's not relatable, but they're successful. You know, they're cool to watch.
Right.
They're
Come on now. That's pretty relatable. You don't think there's spies out there that are probably trained to do that?
I can't relate to it at all, and I could still enjoy it.
But you can relate
Want
to
to,
him when he's like acting like a human being. A lot of the shit that like
Well-
happens to superheroes in like the bad superhero movies, they don't react like people. Like they react like weird superheroes. Like when Joss Whedon writes the X-Men stories, he doesn't write them like they are constantly saving the world. He writes them like people who are human beings who are also capable of saving the world. Like they're not constantly being bombarded by the idea that, well, what I'm going to do today is wake up and save the world. It's no, I'm going to wake up today, I'm going to teach at this fucking school. Or if you're Logan, I'm going to wake up today and I'm going to go get drunk. Like, that's pretty much it. Like, the other characters live their lives. Wolverine gets drunk because he hates himself. But in the like the bad movies, it's all about like every minute of every day. Like, going to meet Mary Jane, but on the way, I'm going to go save the world. Like, no, you're not, dickhead. You're just some fucking whiny teenager. You suck. Your character sucks. This is boring. Why is this movie still going? Why is Venom still here? Oh god, is that a spaceship?
But
It's
you
a
see,
spaceship.
it worked for the first movie, right? Like the first and second movie, that wasn't an issue.
And in the first movie, yeah, they're building the character.
Yeah.
They're establishing.
I don't know what's happening at Fox that they can't be like, oh, you know what we're gonna do for the third movie? Just fucking like everything's different.
Yeah.
Like they can't make 3 good movies.
I don't know, man. It's disappointing though, but they're gonna keep trying. We're gonna get another new Spider-Man movie here in the next
But Marvel's
2 or
making
3
that one.
years. Are they?
Yeah.
Okay, then that should probably be
Spider-Man
okay.
Homecoming is being headed by Marvel Studios.
And there's a lot of good actors in it. The kid they got to
I
play
have no
Spider-Man
idea
seems to be
who's
pretty
in it.
good.
Who's the kid? Who's the kid they're getting to play Spider-Man?
The kid that was in Civil War. If you didn't see Civil War,
Oh wow!
that might not work for you.
You know
but-
what? Yeah, I forget. Someone's already cast as playing Spider-Man.
Yes. He seems to be okay, but again, when the movie's centered around him, maybe he will be, maybe he won't be, but we'll see.
I got not much on that. I just didn't like the fucking movies. I hated Spider-Man altogether, so there's nothing to that one.
When was the first time you saw a Spider-Man thing? Did you watch the old cartoons?
Yeah.
So I think the first Spider-Man thing I saw was the Amazing Spider-Man cartoon. Not the oldest one, but one of the
First,
ones in the middle.
That came out when well, yeah, I keep forgetting that y'all are about the same damn age as me, so back in the day we had tons and tons and
I mean,
tons
he
and tons
is.
and tons of the comic books. Oh yeah, you're not.
I'm a child.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tons of comic books. We just always went to the comic book store and we just bought just a fuck ton of it. It went from Thor to Spider-Man to oh my goodness, what was that dumb one?
There's a few.
Moon Knight.
Yeah. Archie. To Archie comics, you know, we were trying to buy them out of comics all the time. Now my brother would always keep his in the package. He wanted to keep them mint, and then we'd take them out and read them, you know, and destroy them. Yeah. But we all always went and try to get as many comics and read them and put ourselves. And that was back when I had a nice little memory and I had imagination, you know, and I could actually picture myself being there, you know. You see the story, then you kind of just put yourself in that story. That was fantastic. And I hate Spider-Man. I fucking hate Spider-Man. I just think that's so dumb. I hate Peter Parker. He's a piece of shit.
Now or always?
Oh, all of them.
So, like, when you were getting Spider-Man comic
I
books,
was never a Spider-Man fan. I never liked any of the stories. I didn't like any of the characters in it at all. I was not a fan of Hobgoblin. I was not a fan of Sandman. I was not a fan of. I wasn't a big fan of Venom or what's the red one?
Carnage.
Carnage. I just was not a fan of those for some reason. It's one of the things that just kind of rubbed me wrong. I was like, this is dumb.
I forgot there was a red one. Until you brought it up.
There's
So,
more now.
Oh yeah,
There's the girl.
No,
There's
symbiotes.
a couple girls.
There's more symbiotes now.
Yeah, there's the girl ones, and then
I don't know which
Your
one the girl
girl
one
one.
is.
I think she's in. Oh god, one of the future ones. So there's like futuristic Spider-Man 2099 or whatever it is.
I'm sure he shoots web torpedoes out of his wrists. Fucking dumbass. I mean, how the fuck did you do that? Come on now. How do you shoot fucking out of your wrist? Come on now.
This is a pretty silly thing to get worked up.
I
on,
know.
right?
It's
Conversation of
comic book.
superheroes.
now it irritates the fuck out of me now. Just thinking about the dumb.
Wait,
Which comic books
I was gonna
did
say,
you like?
do you like
Let's
any
try to rip those
of
apart.
these? Like any of this dumb shit? It's like Superman can fucking fly. That's pretty dumb.
Yeah, but he's from another planet.
Also that.
Of course he can fly.
We have less gravity than he has, you know. Yeah, he can do
Well,
all this
originally, he could just jump really far.
Yes, I know. But for a long
I
time
don't know
now,
how
he's been
the
able to
flying
fly.
works exactly.
There are like 8 different explanations.
Yeah.
And they're all completely different.
Yeah, they are.
stuff. Yeah, regardless, we got a softer gravity.
That was one of them, basically.
I mean, now
We have a yellow sun. I know
And-
that's important.
Yes, that's important. Red sun bad, yellow sun good.
Red sun normal.
Well, yeah, it would make him like a human, an Earth human.
And even then, like,
Still
I
more
think
powerful.
they're stronger.
yeah, still more powerful.
Yeah. But he couldn't like
Like in
fly
Infinity
and milk
War,
shit with his
yeah.
eyes or anything.
But if he had the gravity that he had on Krypton here, of course we'd all,
We'd all be
Be
squished
bad, yeah.
and do the size of.
yeah, we'd be walking around like little blobs, floating around. I don't know. We'd be pushing ourselves around with no bones.
Pretty much.
That'd be kind of cool. He's just a little blob just moving on the ground. Hey, Clark, Superman. Blah, blah, blah,
He's the
blah,
only tall thing.
blah. What the fuck's wrong with you guys?
That would be like a funny. I don't know if it's ever been done before, but like a funny alternate timeline thing where like he just goes to a planet where he just looks nothing like the species is there.
I wonder.
Like he goes to wherever like Groot is from. Or
He shows up.
what else is in DC? What aliens? Or like he lands on Mars, right? And all the
Right.
all the Martians
Yeah.
are like, "Fuck is this creature?"
Yeah, what are you? But then it would still be yellow sun. He'd still have.
I know, but like
It's further away, so he wouldn't
it
be as
gets
strong.
killed, right? As a baby, there's no way that thing's
Probably.
making it.
Yeah.
And
The
as a
March-
baby, it's not super strong.
I guess not. I don't know.
I don't believe so. Like,
He wasn't here when he was
For
a baby.
most
He
of the
was on the
stories.
way here as a baby.
He was still a very young child when he got there.
yeah, for like a bunch of the stories, his powers arise where he's a teenager,
Yeah.
like through puberty or whatever.
Yeah.
Or through a couple of stories that I know of.
Wish I'd have got
I
to
know
when
that's
hit
the whole
puberty.
Smallville thing.
Yeah.
The point of Smallville.
Never watched that.
It was fine.
You know what?
Yeah, it was okay.
For a while.
Yeah, it did last a long time.
Like every TV show
I
at
keep,
like the 5th season.
I keep my superhero stuff to the movie theaters. I won't watch any of the shows, anything like that. I don't do reality. I don't do superhuman shit. Now I do stupid zombies and stuff like that.
They said Daredevil's pretty good. That's on
Yeah, Netflix,
Netflix.
might change your mind about it, man. Jessica Jones is a fun watch.
Was it?
Yeah.
I haven't started it yet.
It's
Daredevil's a tough one for me to swallow.
It's like,
a blind man freaking doing all this.
yeah, man, but it's the same stuff that made the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
Turtle power.
which is like the coolest thing for a guy who's just making a comic book up, and he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna put myself in this world.
I just keep one after when I made Daredevil, making a blind guy up there, just looking to make a kind of a crippled superhero for the handicapped people to relate to. Oh my God! Well, he
I
can
don't
still
know,
do
it was the
stuff.
50s. I don't think they cared about
Yeah,
that
I really
much.
didn't care that much back then.
Yeah.
I assume.
Interesting idea.
Yeah, you say, like, I mean, Superman was the biggest one. I would argue he's the least relatable one, right?
It's the least interesting to me. not
Superman
a
back
fan of
then was the
Superman.
most relatable because
Was
he
he?
dressed the same. He was a news reporter, He still to this day, basically every movie out there still has him dressing like the 50s and 60s, like back in the day. The 40s. He dresses like he still works at the Globe Planet, the world, whatever. In those old freaking 3-piece suits, He's everything. Every movie, he still dresses the same. Old school.
Well, that might have to change soon, or they might have to make it a period piece, because newspapers are dying.
What is he gonna be, a blogger?
Yeah. the
Clark
the new
Kent the
version
blogger.
of Superman, and he's like some hipster blogger working for BuzzFeed.
Fuck.
That'd be an awesome. He could still dress like that, but it's hipstery now.
Yeah.
The glasses just have to be a little bit thicker.
Or
and
he
bigger.
he wears like a white beater and skinny jeans to work.
So
Oh fuck.
he's got his penny farthing. Cruises in with his fucking typewriter. Click, click, click. Ugh, God. You've created a world that I don't appreciate.
I'm gonna write that.
No,
Okay.
no, you're not.
I just need someone to draw it for me.
I just need an artist.
Hey man, that's the easiest part to find.
Yeah. Frank Miller, you're not doing shit.
No,
Draw it.
some dude in some country that isn't great, who he spends all his free time drawing comic book stuff because it inspires him.
Or that.
He'd be happy to do it on the cheap.
That would work too.
What companies just in, what countries in economic hell where the dollar's worth a lot?
Philippines.
You see some Filipino dude?
Yeah.
Make me a whole season of comic books for like $15.
Used to be
It'll be
45
great.
pesos to the American dollar.
Cool.
Oh my
If
goodness.
somebody wants to make a logo for the show, I'll totally post it.
I used to
I'll
buy.
use it.
I used to rent out to penthouses for $25 a night.
Gross.
And now I'm talking about just top of the line penthouses.
Oh, you're talking about like
What?
penthouses in buildings?
What are we talking
Yeah, I'm
about?
talking
Okay.
about that out in the Philippines.
I thought you were talking about Penthouse Magazine because I'm
You
an
used to rent
idiot.
them out
Yeah,
to
I used to
other
rent out
people.
penthouse magazines.
Hey,
yeah.
you know what? I kind of went there as well.
That's
why I was
literally
so
what I
confused.
thought. Like,
Why-
I'm
why-
not joking at all. I was like, that's gross.
I was talking
Why
about my
did you
Philippines.
do
My
that?
Philippines visits. I
Yes.
always
Like,
everything.
did you touch those magazines with your hand?
Yeah, all I could think was like,
I try something new.
Nope.
I use my toes.
that's not a product that's good used. Sorry, sir.
You had penthouses in the Philippines? Or you would rent them out?
I'd rent them. Presidential suites, penthouses.
He would rent them to stay in.
Yeah.
Not rent them to
That's
other
what I'm
people.
saying.
$25
Yeah.
a month, man.
Yeah,
Or
we were
20
both assuming
25
that
bucks a
you
day.
were doing the renting.
No.
You were the renter.
And I'm talking about these were like 3-bedroom, freaking loaded up with liquor, freaking. Oh my god, they were fantastic. Every room had its own. Every room was almost a master bedroom. $25.
Why was that made?
Why was it made?
Yeah.
So somebody could make $25
Someone made $25. Yeah.
That's
Liquor was cheap. Everything was cheap.
I don't know. Like I feel like if they understood that extravagance would get them money, why
Well,
only 25
When
bucks
you're
a month?
renting to people like this dude, do you think he's gonna fucking tell him? No. He's gonna take advantage of the
Okay,
25
so
bucks a
they think
night.
25 bucks.
They're
a month
trying to
is like
survive in an economy that is
greatness.
just steadily going this way. If it's not girls out there, then nothing's selling.
Yeah.
out
Oh, yeah. But how long ago were you out there?
there. 2010 to 2014.
Okay, so not that long ago.
Yeah,
My
not that
bad. I thought it was maybe like 10 years ago.
Again, he's
Wow.
not that much older than me. He's a
No,
little
but
bit.
how old are you?
About to be 34.
You see, I thought it was like around army times. He'd be 24. My
Nice.
logic was sound.
This was after Army
Sure.
times. This while I was
Contractor.
contracting in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Yeah,
Did trips around the world.
but you could have been doing that at 24 as well.
Contracting?
Yeah,
Yeah.
3-4 year sign up with the army. You're 24.
True.
Just contract.
That's fair.
Well, I signed up for 9.
I concede to your point.
Just don't want to be called dumb. My logic was sound.
They were talking about me renting out a penthouse. I don't see where your logic was.
I didn't know how long ago this was. My point was gonna be that they they could have got more money back then, because it was less of a shithole. But if it's only a couple years ago, it's pretty much the same shithole, unless it's gotten just drastically worse over the past 2 years.
Is that our?
Which it might have. They had a few like tsunamis and stuff.
Well, they got a lot of issues out there. Of course, our whole government's all corrupt. Even Mr. Manny Pacquiao. Everybody out there is corrupt.
That's also like 100% where his money's going, right? Because he's thinking about fighting again, and he does not want to do that.
I'm sure he leaves it all in American dollars in an American bank or Swiss bank. I'm sure he doesn't.
But he lives
would-
over
I
there.
would-
He's
Still, I wouldn't ever convert my money over to pesos, Philippine pesos, ever. I wouldn't use one of their banks.
yeah, but
Their banks are corrupt too. and
he
steal your money.
uses American money to do stuff in the
Oh yeah,
Philippines,
I'm sure he does.
right?
Sure.
I'm sure he keeps like $100 in pesos. And then the rest of it's all American dollars because that stuff over there fluctuates like crazy every day. It just sucks. It'll go down to like 36 to an American dollar, back up to like 50 within a day.
He spends most of his time there, right?
He
Yeah.
lives there.
He
yeah.
lives there. Wife
Well,
and
a lot of
kids.
people live places but don't actually
Well, he's
spend
a, he's
ton of
a
time there.
congressman there, so
No, yeah.
Okay, so
no,
yeah,
like
he
his
definitely
life
lives.
is there.
yeah.
That's what I meant by lives
Gotcha.
there.
Yeah.
For House of Representatives, yeah, he's a legislator over there. Potentially going to be running for president.
That's pretty.
And I'm sure he could argue
weird.
he's done more for that country in the past, 10 years than anyone else has ever had done.
True.
Probably.
True.
Certainly brought more money in.
Yeah.
I think you could get it because, I've been over there when a Pacquiao fight was going on and everything was shut down.
Stops.
Everything shut down. A lot of people over there don't even live in houses, anything like that. They live basically with what we would use like tarps
Oh, dude.
out on the
That
streets.
just there's still a Vice video
Mm-hmm.
of people living in cemeteries out there.
I wouldn't
It's-
doubt it.
The craziest thing.
They live on the sidewalks with tarps over, and they'll pull an extension cord from somebody's house, and then they'll run a TV or a karaoke
There you
machine.
go.
TVs, karaoke. That's all they live for over there. Like I said, it is a literal tarp. And then you've got a family sitting there with a karaoke machine and a TV.
How much do you think it's to build like a project style building in the Philippines?
Wow, let's see. It's never going to be up to code. It'll probably get
Right? I feel like, we all chip in. We can make that happen.
50,000 to make a
Okay.
project.
Why?
I don't know. have land in the Philippines. Top 3
Properties.
stories or suites, they're all ours.
Property's cheap over there. The only thing is you have to be married to a Filipina to get property.
It's legally owned property.
Yeah.
Ha, that's not gonna happen.
Other
Okay.
than that, you got to sign up with, of course, a lawyer, and that's over there, and they're corrupt as fuck.
Could be potentially the easiest marriage ever. hey, I'm letting you live.
Here.
I could do whatever I want.
And that's pretty much what every Filipino does.
It could, yeah.
They let you do whatever the hell you want.
I'm bringing dollars in. Go make me a sandwich.
I can't even tell half the stuff I've done over there on this
Hey.
mic.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
The fact that people could hear.
They can imagine. Just
They've been there themselves.
read the news.
Came close to killing a guy. So close. So close.
I mean, you're a contractor,
Close.
so, you know, you could have got away with it.
No, I'm talking about in the Philippines. I was contracting Iraq and Afghanistan. I was vacationing in the Philippines.
Okay.
He was just a dirty, dirty, filthy tourist in the Philippines.
Every hour on the hour.
That
Bling,
doesn't
bling.
seem like fun.
Bring me another one. Little cameras. You had your TV, of course, in your room. Flip it to the channel with the clubs downstairs. Bring me number 24.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like fun.
That's pretty exciting.
Not every hour.
Wasn't literally every hour.
Alright.
I had my sleep. Sometimes I'd have him come up with food. Sometimes I'd have him go down there just go give me something. Bring me 24. Why don't you go run to the store for me? They do it.
Awesome. Don't know where to take this conversation.
Alright, so all of this depressing shit led us from movies, so
World travel.
let's talk about something else.
I like world travel.
Yeah, world travel's fine.
Just have to have traveled the world.
Yeah. So how about something slightly
Stories
more
about
relatable?
borderline abusing a whole nation.
Yeah.
That might not be that fun.
Yeah. It's not
Well,
exactly.
let me not tell you about Thailand then.
Jeez.
or Taiwan or Taipei. Both those things start with T's.
Let's do something maybe more endearing than talk about your horrible human rights abuses. Please.
Oh, I'm lost in thought now.
Yeah,
Daydreaming
I'm
away.
sure. Thinking about the good old days.
Mommy, Grandpa's a little weird, huh? Like, no, don't talk to Grandpa. Don't fucking talk to that dude. Please. Leave him alone. Let him play with his dog.
Yeah, that would probably be
That
me.
will never happen though.
Yeah, if I had kids.
It's, it's an impossibility.
That's fair. I mean,
Best
adoption
decision
is
of my
always an
life.
option, but
No,
not for him.
that's what I'm saying.
He just doesn't want to adopt,
No,
so
he-
he won't. I said adoption
He
is
said
an
adoption.
option.
Oh,
Best decision of my life, when I say though.
getting snipped.
Uh-huh.
Any of you guys out there thinking about it?
You got one
You know.
more tick on your side. Which,
You got like 5 years to get it
You
reversed.
got a poster boy.
considering the shit that some of the people I know are going through, who we're not going to talk about since they're not here, yeah. If you
It's
don't
the
want to have
best time
kids,
to talk about it.
not when they're family.
Oh,
So no, definitely not the best time to talk about it on what are potentially public airwaves.
just
yeah.
don't tell him about it.
I tell you, my new wife's super
It's a
stoked
fair
and
enough
happy.
point that he'd probably never hear it, but on the off chance he might.
Hey, what'd you do this week? Nothing. I
No.
didn't record anything.
I didn't.
You didn't come up at all.
Like what? No. Yeah, no. He's a good kid. He's just a fucking stupid dickhead.
Speaking of people that should be snipped.
Let's see. Hold on. No. We're gonna play 20 questions to figure out who the fuck you're talking about.
20.
So,
I just found out about it today.
how well do we know this person?
Do we work with this person?
Are you talking about Cameron?
Yes. Wow.
Yeah, no,
And
he
that-
told us.
Yeah, there was 2 questions, and I didn't even have to answer one of them. You
Yeah.
know? Whoa.
Sorry.
And I've got
I don't think you answered any but one.
I know.
Yeah, you kind of gave a weird like, and then yeah, after that, like nope.
Well, it kind of came out quickly. The questions came really quickly, like close together, so it just ended up, hey, you know, is it so or no?
You're
It's
gonna have to
somebody at
bleep the
work.
name, huh?
Is
Yeah,
it Cameron?
yes. Yep. I kind of accidentally. Well, no, this was not an accident. I could have stopped myself. I kind of laughed in his face before I told him congratulations in the most half-hearted way possible because he didn't seem super happy about it.
I told him it was a dumbass.
I was
But-
like, hey, congratulations, man. Good luck.
I said congratulations on the child support.
Yeah, no shit. Fuck.
Okay, so I don't know anything.
Cameron's, this is, I think, his second child.
Yes.
His first one so far, he still isn't paying child support for. He's lucky this girl's just retarded. But this one's probably not going to be as dumb. It's another ex-girlfriend that he knocked up.
Buddy,
This boy's apparently
pull
fertile.
out or something.
I know.
Or again, get snipped.
Yeah.
We are apparently advocates of that on this podcast.
Because I honestly don't see anything wrong with that as a child. Snipping the boys, and, you know, if they want to have kids, let's suck the bastards out. Because you still produce them. You still make them, regardless. You just can't shoot them across anymore. The bridge is disconnected. You still produce them, though. Suck them out. Inject them in.
You
Or if you can prove that you are financially stable, let the doctor put your shit back together, you know? If you can. You'll probably have to run some kind of fake plastic tube to reconnect them back. Because your ends are going to be dead, you know, where they cut your tubes and split them back. But he can snip off, put a plastic tube on there, hot glue it together, start them flowing again. I'm just saying.
I mean, I don't know because I don't have a kid, but I doubt
Good job.
that ejaculating blanks or ejaculating into conception feel differently,
They feel 100% the same.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd never know.
Yeah.
So
I would not.
I'm on your side. Like, hey man,
100%.
fucking don't.
It's still,
Oh, guys,
it even looks the same coming out.
you know what? That information I could have done without,
Yeah, you know what?
but
I'm just here to feel.
it's nice to know. I
I'm
suppose.
filling in, you know.
I mean, it's good for somebody to know.
Yeah, man.
So-
No one will know. And it's a good like joker to have. Someone comes at you, hey, I'm pregnant. Guess what? It's not mine.
It's not mine.
Been there, had that one
Here's the
already.
paperwork.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep that shit in my wallet like my driver's license.
Yeah.
Been there, had that one. I guess I can kind of talk about this when I was knocking boots with. We'll go back to my overseas time. You know, and I had the ex-wife got a message from one of my booty calls somehow. I don't know how.
From an overseas booty
Yeah,
call?
like a Facebook message.
Whoa.
And said
Chick
that,
was trying.
said that she was pregnant with my child.
You fucked some hardcore crazy, son. Way to go.
I fucked a lot of crazies in my life, man.
Congrats,
I
buddy.
haven't stopped yet. I know this why it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times you can't tell until after it's done.
had, a,
They trick you.
had a girl here that said she was pregnant before. I'm like, no, that didn't happen. Congratulations, you're a whore. Because I'm snipped.
How's the follow up to that go? Is it just I'll take your word on it, or is there ever
You talking about any
Backlash.
playing around? Oh, wait, which part?
no? When you tell a chick, yeah, that's not mine, because that's impossible.
Yeah, it's one of those you can go fuck yourself.
How do they react?
With shock, awe, and amazement that they didn't know the whole time that I was snipped. One of them was to keep me, of course. And then one of them, I don't know what the fuck that bitch was thinking. I know one of them wants to keep. Yeah, I'm pregnant. Yeah, no, you're fucking not.
I mean, the overseas one, money, right?
Overseas one.
Yeah.
She got knocked up by somebody else apparently, like right after I left. You know, so one of the claimants, one, you know, white person that's compared to a Filipino. Yeah, I've got money. He's a broke dick. That one, yeah.
Why would she tell your wife and not you,
That's
saying that she's gonna
I
extort
don't know
you?
how the fuck she found my ex-wife. But then my wife's like, this bitch is saying that you're pregnant. I'm like, no, how could I be pregnant? I'm snipped.
Didn't she know that?
Yeah. And she's like, oh yeah. So then, you know, I had her believing that I'd never had sex overseas and all that blah, 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 blah stuff, you know. Yeah, she went ballistic on that one. And then she went out and fucked a couple girls. She's bisexual.
I would hope so. Unless she did it out of spite.
She would have done that anyway. No, it's a shot she'd have got in front of Dick. I was like, oh, thank God. No dicks. I'm the first, last, and only. That is an accomplishment. No, that is an accomplishment that I know is factual. I was the first and the last.
And then,
And the only.
is she dead?
No, she's full-blown lesbian.
Okay, well, you know, out of spite.
She has a...
She could see your Facebook post about like you being happy now, and just like, you know what? Fuck that dude.
No, she's got her little fling out there in Austin, Texas. Little girlfriend out there today. She's nice and rich. She gets all these rich bitches, man. Sometimes I go kick it with them.
You need some pointers.
With Galleria, she had one.
That'd be nice.
She had one who her daddy owned like 3-4 dealerships
Nice.
and had a huge penthouse down there by the Galleria. That was fucking nice to go to. Sometimes I just tag along with her. She's like, "What? Okay." And like, I don't feel hatred toward her for leaving me because, well, I did a lot of bad shit myself, you know. But
That's fair.
yeah, then we still have our love spawn over there. Yeah, we share once a month. I know she took the headset off. No, she took the headset off.
I'm lazy.
You know, that one happens. Alright, y'all want to take an intermission really quick? I smoke.
Sure.
I like
Well,
intermissions.
Appreciates the energy that's here right now.
Let's have you sit over there, because I'm missing my chair. It's actually been fucking with me this whole time.
We enjoyed our break, and we are back
Oh my god, so much better.
from the
can see it's broken,
incredibly humid
Yeah, man, I don't mind.
Houston weather.
It's your house.
I got a chair. It's my thinking chair.
This chair? The one that I own?
Bummer story.
Oh, that part of that corner?
Yeah, this part.
That's his spot.
Like see,
Yeah,
you
that's
can
fair.
see it's actually broken in the bottom from all the wear and tear. That
You
one's
just
good. That's
drop
good.
in
By
straight
wear and
down.
tear, guys, he means his fat ass. Like, just like my couch is broken in a very specific place, because that's where I put my fat ass every day.
Was a good amount of fucking over here too. Okay.
Whatever, dude.
Just on that one cushion.
The place where you made Gus sit for the last fucking hour? Awesome. You're the
Hey,
best.
man.
Since the
I'm
last time
sure
I had
there's been
sex on
fucking
here,
on that couch,
I don't.
this part of the couch,
but he hasn't-
that table.
He hasn't announced it yet.
since the last time I fucked on these couches, I've had them steam cleaned.
Cool. Gus is fine. You will survive this.
Now me sitting here
You could have
masturbating
jizzed
on
on
them, that's
it.
completely
Yeah.
different.
You could have jizzed on it before I came here. I mean,
like
it's
you're-
not like I don't. It's
not
not
like-
that I'm cool with it, but like, it's your house.
Shit happens, right?
It's not like you're gonna get pregnant off of it.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Man. Alright. I suggest we drink about half of these right now. And I'm going to do that.
I gotta go to the Ziegenbach, man. I gotta-
Have you taken tours of?
I did Shiner.
breweries and
Shiner's
stuff?
the only one, but I want to start getting back into taking
All right,
Okay.
for the show, we should go downtown. The St. Paul Brewery should go downtown.
Okay,
There,
how would
and
we
there's
do
a
that?
ton of microbreweries popping up around Houston.
There's the Black Pew Brewery that's over off of.
But what would
Sorters?
we do? Would we go there, experience it, then come back and
Yeah.
talk? Cause
Yeah.
I know we couldn't do it there; it'd be too loud.
No, do it wherever.
Could do it there. It would just be background noise.
I'm willing to go back out to the Shiner too.
Yeah, we do that too.
We could make little video parts. Huh?
Yeah, we all have
Have
phones
this
that take pretty good video.
Multimedia.
Yeah.
My camera takes pretty good video. Yeah, we do
I
all
got
that.
an iPhone, so it takes great
Yeah.
video.
My phone does too.
I could try.
Well, we've got my phone and my camera, so you could run the phone. I'll do the camera.
Yeah, that sounds like a fucking
Yeah,
plan.
man.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be great. That's a plan. We will do that for sure.
Kind of a little segment. Be like, we tried this brewery today. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? You know, kind of.
Yeah, I've got a YouTube page, so
Give people
place
a
to post
reason to come to Houston.
yeah, alcohol,
Yeah.
Yeah.
alcohol, and pretty good food.
Is
actually,
that not the best reasons? Huh, ladies and gentlemen?
I posit to you that alcohol and good food are a good reason to go just about anywhere. So yes, it's
And
a
I'll
pretty
take
good
this-
reason to come
If
to
you like
Houston.
certain sports, we have a couple of them.
Yeah, fantastic sports.
Yeah.
Yeah, got good places to go
Houston,
watch them.
Houston Astros are in the top 10 right now. You know, doing pretty good.
Got plenty of good bars to go to if you don't actually want to go to the game. And every single bar is going to be playing the game if they're playing. So
Yeah, downtown they're overpriced drinks, but you know what do you expect?
Hey man, you
Houston's
go for the
pretty big.
experience.
you don't have to go downtown.
I know I had a beer once at a place. Only time I went downtown, it was $12.50 for a bottle of beer.
Well, you could say the same
Cool.
thing about like if you actually go to the stadium.
Yeah,
It's
but
not
that's
cheap.
that's actually an experience though.
Well, you know, you go to a packed bar downtown, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
gonna have a good time.
unless you're very specifically me. That's
No,
true.
I mean if you go as a baseball, you know what I mean. Like if
You're
you
saying
go,
if you're at a place where there's a lot of like Houston Astros fans and you go
Yeah,
up
yes.
to that bar with them, okay?
do you like baseball?
I like going to the games,
Okay.
or I'd rather like hang out like we are right now and just watch it on TV. It's not something I'd go to
Yeah.
a bar for. Unless like we all went together, then yes, you are correct. That'd be great. But that's fun anywhere.
That's what I used to love about Molly's Pub and all its freaking screens all over the place. You know,
Yeah.
it was a nice little hole in the wall, but it had like 10, 15 screens on that damn wall. It was like a tiny Buffalo Wild Wings without.
It's one of
all
the places I
freaking
used to play
people.
poker. Yeah, it's
What,
great.
down at Molly's.
Yeah. I heard there's a couple of them. The only one I've ever been to is the one over there in Kingwood.
I mean, it's an Irish pub. I'm guessing Molly's is a pretty popular name for
I'm sure.
that kind of thing.
I was super sad when my wife. I was in Iraq at the time. My wife said Molly's got shut down. That freaking crushed me. Why? Underage selling. Oh my god.
It's Texas. There's so many people here. Don't sell alcohol to fucking children. Their parents are gonna buy it for them anyway.
Alright?
You don't need to buy it. You don't need to sell it to them at the bar.
That's just the bouncers, because, I mean, nobody else, you know, chicks ID. Bouncer's job, you know, it's
Yep.
your one and only freaking job.
That we literally pay your ass to sit here and make sure people, if they need to go outside, but mostly
Put a little
just
X on
check
someone's
the ID.
arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a place like Molly's Pub, you just ain't allowed in.
Yeah.
Damn fake IDs. It's like the fake 150s we've been getting at freaking Fallbrook lately. Fake stuff everywhere nowadays.
150s.
It is rampant out there at Fallbrook. Rampant.
It's like, yo, let me get a Coke. Here's this 100.
Well, again, judging by the people who I had to call to possibly hire for that store, they're fucking idiots. You don't fucking counterfeit bills that are going to be checked every single time unless you have a fucking good process.
Well, I'm
Idiots.
sure anybody who's running 150s goes in the store probably a couple times and checks. You know, just get the feeling for the area, you know, and then from there it's like, oh, here, I've only got 100, can you change it? Boom, I got a free meal and I got fucking $80 back.
Yeah, I check every
you-
100 I
Do
get.
you report them?
Take them to the bank, they fill out a statement, and then from there, we can't do anything. If we have the video, which I've turned it over a couple times to the police, the video, and they try to find a guy. Other than that, Vu has one of the fake $100 bills, the one from Humble here.
We should start framing those fucking things like some places frame their first dollar. Like, hey, here's all the fakes we've gotten because all of you people are fucking garbage.
He keeps it in his fanny
Congratulations.
pack when he walks around, and he carries his fanny pack everywhere.
Asians or professional wrestler. Those are the only human beings that carry fanny packs, man.
Or Joe Rogan?
Yes, also him. So maybe I should stretch that out to some fighters. Almost all
Well,
professional wrestlers.
All I know is because, like, he, like, fucking praises the fanny pack. He thinks it's a great idea.
Yeah.
Which is the funniest fucking thing.
If it didn't look so silly, it'd be a great idea. But they
Or
were.
had a different name, maybe.
That's true.
They're like marketing.
Yeah, like,
It's,
why that word?
And I'm sure it'll come back. It'll come back like bell-bottom jeans, you know. It'll come back.
Yeah, and in the 90s, they were like the nylon ones that came in different colors and stuff.
Yeah,
They were
I had
a
a
big
white-
deal.
I had
There
a
are
white one
way
with-
too many pictures of me with fanny packs on. So,
I had a
if I
white
can
one
find them, I'll post them somewhere on the
pink
Facebook
and
page or something.
green.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
Yeah.
You had the matching shoes and shit.
I probably
My
had.
mama made sure we all had fanny packs.
Yeah, I probably had a tie-dye hat on in some of them. I fucking went all the way, man. Like,
I didn't have a choice.
dude, I'm younger than you.
That's
I didn't
like
have a
we have-
choice either.
We have pockets. No, put everything in your fanny pack. It's easier. You can just tilt it to the side if you need to, you know. It's right there. Easily accessible. I have pockets. No, you're using it fucking fanny pack. Yes, mama. Didn't last for like a fucking month.
Yeah.
And then they still took theirs on all the trips and stuff that we took. But fuck no. Oh, this is dumb. I have
Like-
pockets.
Certain kinds of sandals and fanny packs are like dead giveaways that you're just a fucking tourist and they should rob you.
Mandals.
Yeah.
Fucking mandals.
Mandals,
The most disgusting
jandals.
things in the world.
God.
Or you just live in a year that doesn't exist anymore.
And then they have their socks
That's
on.
right.
Their freaking calf-high socks and mandals.
That's a. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
The dude's on an urban safari, man. Come on.
Dude's on fucking meth.
You gotta respect
Dude,
the
you know
fucking
what?
$1,200 camera that he doesn't know how to use in
I'm
his
gonna
fucking
fight.
socks.
I'm gonna fight for the opposite side. I don't want to see a dude's feet. I'm glad that dude's wearing socks.
Maybe his feet are beautiful.
I don't
You
give
don't know
a
that.
fuck. I think feet are weird, and I don't want to see them. Yeah, I'm not looking.
He goes for peripheral view.
I don't care. It's not in focus. I'm looking at that weird pole over there.
The one right over there.
You dickhead.
That was pretty good. Sorry.
Couldn't help it.
See, I wish you were wearing socks.
Sockies.
I hate socks, man. My feet sweat like fucking crazy. I can't wear socks for too long.
We live in fucking Houston, Texas. Every part of our being sweats like fucking crazy when we step
That's
outside.
true.
My soul sweats when I walk outside.
You
dude.
do.
And you know what's better? You know what's better?
Fuck you.
A dude soaking his socks up in sweat than me like looking down and seeing like floppy socks. I mean floppy feet.
Floppy socks. See? Floppy
Sorry.
socks.
Hey,
Exactly.
you know what? Floppy socks are cool. Floppy feet, you know, all squishy and stuff because it's wet out, because it's hot outside. I don't want to see that dude's feet.
Cool. So you're like super psyched for Splashtown and all the feet that we're gonna see.
Oh, there's gonna be so many feet
So
there.
many feet, toesies.
We're gonna get so deep in the
Look.
water that I'm just gonna have my feet above.
Look, you know what? Splashtown, you know, water parks.
Expected.
I'll give it to you,
It's
right?
expected.
But you know, chilling at a
House.
no, it's your house. You can do whatever you want. You know, in a line for a restaurant or whatever. I don't want to see a dude's feet. I'm about to eat.
What if
That's
you were
fucking
like
nasty.
on vacation in a tropical based destination?
Look, it's not.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
get
it.
over it.
Well, obviously. I
But
doubt
you know,
picked many fights over somebody's.
yeah, I'm not gonna do that. But if there's gentlemen out there who want to wear socks with their sandals, all power to them.
This is my
I have to not see
no.
that.
This is my sandal shiv.
Yeah.
I use this one specifically for the fuckers who wear sandals.
The freaking
Poke, poke,
Mandals.
poke. Okay, cool.
I appreciate them for saving me that one. But I'm not. There's a bunch of fashion shit I don't like or shit I wish I hadn't seen. But I'm not gonna tell anybody. It's their life. They can do whatever they want.
That's
no,
fair.
but you can tell
But when
us.
someone conveniences me by putting socks on their feet, I'm gonna appreciate them. I'm gonna give them the fist bump.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, hey man, keep doing your thing. You're out here living in the early '90s. I appreciate you.
I don't mean that sarcastically.
No, like I totally appreciate you like sacrificing
Dignity.
any pride you had as a
Yeah.
human being by putting on this.
Wear them fucking toe socks.
Wear those socks.
toe shoes as well.
Oh god. I hate fucking things.
Look, man, I agree with y'all. The shit looks stupid. The sandals with the socks look stupid. I wouldn't do it, which is my hypocrisy coming out. But
How often do you wear
I
sandals?
don't.
Yeah.
I really don't.
So what's worse, toe shoes or Crocs?
Crocs.
Wow,
Yeah.
I agree with you. I totally agree with both of you.
That's the easiest thing
But-
ever.
I hope whoever's listening react to the exact same. I hope y'all just say Crocs out loud wherever y'all are.
But goddamn, toe shoes are stupid though.
Oh yeah, they're ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, they serve truly no function at all. You might as well honestly be barefoot.
Have you ever worn them?
I have.
Okay, so you know, I've
And
never.
I
I
stepped on a
personally never
pebble
worn
and
them.
it hurt like a son of a bitch.
See, I've never worn them,
Look,
so I wouldn't know.
Function-wise, Crocs could be better. You know, they're squishy. I'm sure they're super comfortable. The same thing could be said about Uggs. But deep down in your soul,
Again, we get back
no
to
one should be wearing this shit.
to your personal pride as a human being. Like you don't have any if you're wearing
Yeah.
these fucking shoes.
And
You've made a mistake here.
you notice nobody's ever worn Crocs with that little flat piece on the back. Nobody ever wears that. Which is supposed to keep their feet in there.
Yeah.
It's always sitting up there at the top and shit. So they don't even use it for the function that it has.
Crocs should
you
just
know?
make flip-flops then.
It's just they do make flip flops. They make
Oh,
rain
they do?
boots. They make actually pretty damn good rain boots.
And they make,
But they're like legit looking boots. They don't look like Crocs.
They are awesome. Rain
depending to
Same fabric,
what
though.
degree
Cloth.
you are a slut or a whore, they actually make some okay heels too. But
boots. I've never seen the hell of that at all.
I didn't know they made anything else with those ugly shoes.
they made a lot of money off those ugly fucking
Yeah.
shoes. So
And
they
then you watch them as soon as
they
somebody takes them to
diversified.
the beach and wears them, and you watch how they got like polka dots and fucking red on them. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You fucking shitty human being.
whatever. Someone being comfortable with themselves enough that they don't give a shit. There's something to that. That's fine.
I swear Crocs
Yeah,
were put
but we
on
can
this
hate 'em.
earth to just piss me off.
That's also fine. But there's nothing wrong with what they're doing in the first place.
No, of course not.
Yeah, I swear it was just done to like piss me off whoever invented the fucking things.
That's very specific.
Yeah, I felt like they just hated me.
Someone you spotted in school. maybe.
Yeah, it went from Mandals, which I hated, to Crocs the next year. I was like, oh my fucking god. From day one I saw them, I was like, nobody around me better ever fucking buy a pair. And then what happened? Every single person bought a fucking pair.
Okay, so ideal vacation destination.
Barbados. Let's go ahead and do it.
So tropical.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're going next year.
Yeah, tropical.
I'd go like temperate near a river with a boat.
Temperate near a river.
Like forest near a river, like a temperate forest near a river house. Boat.
Is there a location you could give me so I could envision that?
Maybe like Montana or
Yeah,
Minnesota
something like
with
that.
10,000 lakes.
No, even like
Well, you said
Louisiana.
ideal.
Even like Louisiana.
Oh, fuck no. The mosquitoes there would just fucking carry you away.
Trying to get that
Yeah,
Zika.
it's not that bad.
then
I
you
spent a
got
lot of time there when I was
Then you
little.
get
It's
them
not
fuck
that bad.
bugs all over the place that harass you.
I'm talking about vacation, not to live there.
I'm just saying.
Just a
man.
quick
Hey
vacation.
man, they're still there when you're there.
The only good thing about Louisiana is to drive up daiquiri places, stores. That's the only
There's a lot of good things about Louisiana.
No,
Fucking
there's really
food's
not.
amazing.
Food.
Food's fucking amazing, dude.
Food you can get anywhere.
Dismissive, sir. Dismissive. Don't appreciate it.
Yeah, a lot of
Guess so.
I'll just take some southern food and I'll go over to France and have them cook it up and then comes Cajun. Whatever.
That
Frog legs. Fuck frog legs, man.
Well, I mean, you could get Cajun food in France.
See? So why do I need to go to Louisiana?
There you
the
go.
fuck would you want to go to France?
France is awesome.
They wear enough cologne to
I
cover up
disagree.
They wear enough perfume to cover up their underarm stench.
They're also all giant dickheads.
They
but
make
okay.
wine.
Welcome to
California
America.
makes wine.
Welcome to America with an accent. What? You know, we're a bunch of dickheads.
Not like that, dude.
Oh my goodness. Go to another country and ask them who they hate. They hate the English and they hate the United States. Tourists.
Everybody hates who's on top. It's
Conquerors
different.
of the
Oh
world.
no, tourists.
Yes.
Us as tourists are terrible.
We're the most horrible
Well,
in the
that's-
world.
No,
That's how
the
you'll be in
Chinese are
France.
the worst tourists.
No, technically it's the British.
Except for the Chinese bring more people.
Oh yeah. Like
The Chinese, it's 200 people at a
We
time. and
tip,
that sucks.
so we can't be that bad.
Chinese are just too busy taking photos the whole time, you know.
Yeah, that sucks.
Oh my goodness, he's serving tea.
Hey man, now everybody's taking photos. Everybody's periscoping now.
What is that?
Exactly. It's live streaming.
It's
from
something
your
that we
phone.
might do for this stupid show eventually, but not right now.
Nah.
No.
You know, everyone's always recording what they do now.
Okay.
I think
true.
I think that's starting to be like
It's basically
part of
it's
life.
basically like FaceTime, except anybody who subscribes to you can watch it.
When are we gonna put the microphone in the car and do some Pokemon Go and
Whenever you want.
Have you
Except
been-
we're not gonna do
have
it
you
on
been
this
doing
laptop. This
Pokemon
I
laptop
have
won't
caught
last long
apparently
enough.
like 4 Pokemon sitting right here on my couch.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it took like 30 minutes to sit here.
God damn it. I might have to fire that shit up then.
Because, yeah, I caught like 4 of them just sitting on my couch. They came and walked apparently into my neighborhood. I went, gotcha, gotcha. And then I've never caught another one. Because I don't really turn it on.
I have two. I
do
have
this-
the one that they give you for free, and then I caught one.
I honestly, like, I even got some
Imagine the
kinda-
Pokemon you could get in Louisiana, huh? It's not all bad.
I'm sure they're all incestually deformed.
Jesus.
Also,
I have a
that's
very big-
Alabama. You pronounced that wrong.
No,
sir.
no, Cajuns.
Alabama.
Louisiana. Believe me, I have a very, very deep hatred of Louisiana, and I like to think it's
Where did that come from? Please-
Hurricane Katrina.
Okay, cool. I was gonna say, as long as it doesn't come from some stupid college bullshit, I'm actually fine with it. I don't care.
Hurricane Katrina, where I got shot at numerous times.
Yeah, fuck them.
I was with the army over there doing rescue missions. We got shot as soon as we started going into the New Orleans, crossing over the bridge. We started getting shot at.
So potentially less respect than you got moving into actual war zones.
Yeah, I felt more threatened out there. We did enjoy going out. We went down further to like Bell Chase and stuff and started shooting alligators with our M16s.
That sounds awesome.
It pretty much fucking was.
Alligator tastes good.
Oh,
Man,
alligator's fantastic.
I am ready for the Ren Fest, man. Give me some fried alligator.
I know. I gotta figure out when I'm going.
We should go. Gus, you should come
I gotta find. I think
if you want to come.
my wife wants to dress up and stuff, so I don't know what she's gonna wear. I don't dress up, but
Nope.
I think she likes corsets and shit like that, so she might dress up in something. One of those beer winches or some shit like that.
It's fun, man.
Yeah.
I love
I
it.
might do that too.
Yeah.
Nice
God-
beer wench.
God
Pretty
damn,
sure
that
you
would be
do good
fucking
at it.
amazing.
Yeah.
Give a corset on.
I'd pay money to see that.
Yeah, I'd pay for your fucking ticket, dude. I'd pay for your ticket and your first like 4 or
How much is
5
the
drinks.
ticket?
Huh?
How much is the ticket?
Not that much.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it for
Funny
fun.
part
And
is,
I said your
12
first
bucks.
4 or 5 drinks.
Okay.
funny part is I've gone a couple of times and I've never bought a ticket. Girls have always bought me tickets to go to Red Fair.
Oh, I thought like military ID I get them for free.
Well,
No,
my dad and uncle get a bunch of free tickets, so I've been for free a few times too. I've paid too. It's not like it's that much money for what you get to do. It's fun.
I want to go like toward the Vikings because I didn't go. I went for like the Pirates last year, I think.
You went on the rainy weekend.
Every fucking weekend was rainy almost.
That's true.
Uh,
But yeah,
yeah.
I was there on Pirate Weekend and it was poor. So
Every
Still
time,
fun.
actually,
Still
every
good.
time I've gone, it's been raining for the weekend.
the one good thing about it being like raining hard enough that they couldn't use any of the microphones is that every single thing was like audience interaction, so it was a lot of fun. It was cool.
Look at me. I did not like it because every night there was no bonfire. Every time I went, there was no fucking bonfire. I've never seen the bonfire. I've never seen the naked girls fucking running around and shit. You know that just.
I
pissed
bet
me
they
the fuck
don't
off.
do that anymore.
No,
There's
they
a
do.
lot of cops there now.
Yes, they do.
Really?
Yes, they do.
Do they just claim that they do? Well, again, you've never seen it, so you
this is
don't
from
know.
a couple of the girls that I've gone with. Yes, they do.
I fucking hope so.
Them bonfires
that's
pull
fun.
out the freaks. There are people fucking out there. There are girls butt ass naked dancing around the fucking fire.
Well, I've actually seen it, so
Well, I have not.
I've been.
Because I've always kept the goddamn rainy weekend.
Oh.
Every fucking time. But I want to go during the freaking Vikings. I think I'll probably buy something cool. Have I showed y'all my cool things from there? I've got 2 cool things from there.
Is one of them your Keyblade?
Yes, but there's my other one right there, my walking stick
Yeah.
that you can fill beer into.
Nice.
That-
A lot of beer.
I think it's 84 ounces can go into this little fucker.
That's a lot of beer. It's okay, come.
I used it one time while I was there, and I just enjoyed the living hell out of that thing.
One of our co-hosts is busy. Hey, there it is. I've never actually seen it.
Hell yeah. It even has the piece at the end.
Oh wow.
I wanted to get every single one of them they had. Like they had the Halloween one and they had the Christmas one. I was like, oh my god. I was in freaking heaven. I love some damn Kingdom Hearts.
A game that will never come out.
It's come out.
Huh?
It's come out.
I'm talking about 3.
Well,
The one that people actually want to play, not the shitty DS one.
yes.
I've
I
got
was
3
going to
of them.
say, there's one for the PSP.
Yeah.
Actually,
I've
Dream
got,
Drop Distance or whatever wasn't terrible. I can't say that. I played it.
I've got them all on the PS3 disc over there.
It's amazing for a game that only has 2 actual entries in the series. There's like 7 actual games now. I don't know what any of them are called because they all have weird names, but there's a bunch of games.
This is my pride and joy. this is more exciting to me than my Barrett 50 cal in the back.
What about Kingdom Hearts?
What about it?
Made you like get balls deep into it?
Balls deep into it. I never liked.
Is it the Disney park or is it
is
the
park, 'cause I
anime
never
park?
liked the Final Fantasy. You know, I hated all of those games for the most part. And from there, when they added Disney characters, they're like, oh, it's a little blend of, you know, Disney and Final Fantasy. I was like, well, let's give it a try. And I tried the first one. I was like, oh my god, I love you. I was like, that's just the right amount of blending. We're blending. I don't know if anybody ever watched that movie, Blended.
Nope.
No. Adam Sandler, Drew Barrymore movie. Okay, it was good.
No, thank you.
Watched it about 300 times probably. I tend to watch a lot of movies HBO. I watch the same movie over and over and over and over until they stop playing it. It goes to Max or something. But yeah, it was a combination of Disney because I grew up. My mama still owns every VHS Disney ever made. You know, so we grew up watching all the Disney movies. It came out. She was like the first one at Walmart to grab the damn thing when it came out to VHS. Every Christmas, every birthday, we had to make sure we got her Disney stuff. You know, it was just a big thing in our house. We went to Walt Disney World like twice growing up, and we went to Disneyland once. And that was just our thing. It was our family bonding was we're going to Disney World, Disneyland. We're going to do something Disney kind of related. And then we got poor later on in life. You know, and then it's like, let's try to make it to Dallas and go to Six Flags. Or then it's like, okay, we're just going to go to the water park one time this year. You know, they kept going down and down and down and down. So my parents saved up money every
The
year.
neighborhood has a pool.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, we're gonna turn on the sprinklers in the yard. You know.
So Kingdom Hearts came out. Nostalgia took over.
I've even got.
Did you play it when it came out?
Yeah, I even got my mama to freaking play it. She loved it. And she doesn't play video games, but she loves the fact that it had Disney characters all in it. So it was maybe more the fact that it was kind of relatable to a lot more people. It helped. And I'm sure it could have helped bring people even more into Final Fantasy itself, you know? It was had a little bit of that in it, plus, you know...
A little bit. A lot of it.
Well, that's the actual game part of it.
And like the weird story.
Yeah.
That's all of Final Fantasy. Game's 14 years old.
Is it?
Yep, came out in 02.
02. Where was I? I think I
Playing
was in...
Kingdom Hearts.
Well, obviously, but I think I was in Kosovo at that time. Oh, that was 03. I was in Fort Rucker, Alabama then.
Yeah, not much to do out there, huh?
Not in Alabama. Fuck no. Let's go to the strip club with some toothless post-pregnancy
My
horses.
favorite.
Yeah. And I mean, it looked like they were post-pregnancy, man. Them bellies were all out there, you know, just a flopping around.
Fresh C-section scars.
Yeah. I still remember me and my buddy, we were designated drivers one night, and I had one of the rental cars, he had one of the rental cars, and we took everybody out there. We're getting ready, I think we were getting ready to motorboat to go to Kosovo. And we took them all downtown, told them we'd be back in 2 hours, and we decided, you know, let's go hit some strip clubs, you know. Oh my god, because I'd never hit the strip clubs out there before. Worst decision of my life. We went to 3 straight, and we walked out of 3 straight. It was just horrible. And honestly, some of them had no teeth. You know, it just looked like it was like the meth capital of the world. You know, and there was honestly one that looked like she had just popped out the baby maybe like the day before. It was just horrible. I was waiting for her placenta to just drop out. Oh my god. It was disgusting.
Fucking sadness just washes over me like a fucking torrent.
I'm just saying, don't go to Alabama. That's all. The moral of the story is don't go to Alabama.
Guess what?
You
I
go to Alabama.
wasn't going to, but
Now you're inquisitive, huh?
no. Now that shithole might as well be on fucking fire 24/7.
You sure it did pique your interest?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
If I didn't know where to experience that here, maybe you would have had my interest.
Oh, man.
But I could take you to a couple places here.
I'm good, thank you.
It's funny that I've never been to a strip club here in Houston.
Well,
Never.
enjoy, I guess. Have fun.
It's one of the only places I've never been to a strip club. I mean, I've been to strip clubs all over the world, but in a lot of states. Still haven't been to one actually ever in Texas, I don't think.
Yeah, because they tore down the old, like, that was one of the
There
oldest,
were-
like,
Yeah,
porn
there's just,
theaters in the area.
Really?
They've
and
done
they
that
cut some of
forever.
the trees down.
Yeah.
That's something I don't like about this place, man. All of Humble. Is they're like tearing every fucking tree down.
Yeah, dude. When
Well,
I moved here,
this whole
the
neighborhood.
highway wasn't even up.
Yeah.
Like the 8.
This whole
So
neighborhood.
different
I mean,
now.
they tore down every single tree to build my house, and then they gave me that one piece of
And
shit
you
out there
fucking moved in here.
that has grown
You're
only 2
supporting it.
feet. Well, I moved in here because I had a cheap Jewish wife that didn't want to pay
Cheap
over
house.
the amount of this house. And I got the
Fucking
same.
bummer, dude. It keeps happening. It's
I don't know why they don't leave the trees.
like all the shit.
Because it costs
in
way
Lakeshore.
fucking more money to leave the trees than it does to just remove
No, 'cause
everything.
How?
They're building land.
Because
got-
they have to build around the fucking trees. If they remove everything, they don't have to build around
You build the
anything.
driveway, you're good to go. There's everything to
Piping,
get there.
man.
Yeah, dude. My
Sewage systems.
grandfather built homes for a long time. It's way more money
Foundations.
to leave shit than it is to just
Yeah,
remove
it's-
everything and start from scratch.
Fucking bullshit.
It sucks,
They're
but
building all those neighborhoods in Lakeshore on the other side.
Yeah?
yeah,
They built like the new neighborhood that's up now.
the bridges of
Yeah.
like Houston, I think is what it's called.
Yeah, and they tore down some. If you go further
Like
down.
more on the belt, on the other side, it's happening. over
All the
there
stuff
as
that
well.
happened on the Beltway is a fucking tragedy. Like all that stuff.
It was so cool.
sucks,
It
and
was
it
so
was nice.
pretty. It was
Yeah.
such a nice drive.
That's
Don't get me wrong. I like the new movie theater. So I'm part of the problem, but
Well, I mean,
fuck.
done and entertainment is a possibility. So
There is still a good neighborhood that's even coming up right now. It's you start heading from Will Clayton, you start heading south on Westlake Houston. You know, and before you get over to where you're going over the bridge, there's a neighborhood on the right side where they're building, and they're building with leaving the trees.
They have that
Frickin'
colorful
fantastic.
sign or whatever. Not sign, but like the statuette thing. They light it up at night, right?
Sure.
Or, yes.
Right after that, they're building all the freaking apartments like
Yeah.
fucking crazy. And
Yes,
just tore
that's
down
exactly
everything.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but they're leaving up all the trees and stuff in the yards and stuff, and it looks amazing. And I'd pay more money just for them to leave the damn trees there.
Yeah, you'd pay a fuck of a lot more money. You are correct, sir.
Yeah, I've got my wife's gonna be planting trees here.
Come on.
I really don't matter. Just make sure my voice is heard.
All right,
do you
so
hate people and enjoyment?
okay, what do we want to talk about next then?
I don't know.
Okay,
That's what I was trying to get
That's your
into.
Freddy Krueger shirt. Still fucking with me.
sorry, that's boring. That's much more boring than talking about the neighborhoods. We talked about beers, Kingdom Hearts. That one's done,
Yeah.
but
Is there something you're like that into?
as far as video games,
Or anything? Like, you know, you're buying memorabilia, you're hoping for a new one.
Would you buy any memorabilia at the Renaissance Festival? Have you?
I have a sword.
Do you collect swords?
Nope.
No?
I just wanted a sword.
I just wanted it.
Wanted a sword. I own a sword. My tattoo has swords and shield on it. Wanted a sword.
Are you into medieval stuff?
Yes, I do like medieval fantasy quite a bit. And I always have. Like, I love the King Arthur myth, all that stuff. That story is fucking awesome.
What is that? What have you seen the regular movie with Clive Owen in it? And
Yeah, that movie's
Arthur?
good.
I
love that movie.
that one, man. I thought that one was fantastic.
Fucking
you know?
Mads Mikkelsen is in that movie. I will watch that movie.
Yeah, I
Is
thought-
it just called King Arthur?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
it was freaking fantastic. It's a total left turn on what you think of King Arthur and the Round Table and the Knights.
Keira Knightley is in that movie too.
Yeah,
It's always a plus.
it was freaking awesome.
Yeah, it's cool.
Merlin was completely what you wouldn't think he is. It was
He was a witch doctor.
Yeah, it was more of probably what really happened. What you would really think probably really happened.
Or at least
I
it's.
thought none of it happened. I thought it was a story.
But as far as like what it might have been based
Oh,
on,
okay.
at least the part of it's that could have really happened, not the magical bullshit.
Yeah, the glitz and glamour, you know.
I feel the same way about the 13th Warrior. Like, that version of the Beowulf story is fun. Like, yeah, this is probably closer to what really happened. Like, people who had some weird understanding of, like, how to scare the shit out of people, scared the shit out of a bunch of people and killed them. Slightly
You mean
more
the golden Angelina Jolie didn't come out of a little lake?
If only, but I kind of doubt it.
Dragons and stuff?
She looked hot in that movie.
She looks hot in a bunch of
Did
movies.
she?
Yeah.
She's a beautiful woman.
Okay.
That's maybe a step too
she's
far.
a
She's
beautiful
What?
pretty.
She's a beautiful woman.
Not my thing. Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, she's not my type, but you can't be like Angelina Jolie's beautiful.
I said she's pretty. That's as far as I'm going to go.
I
You
accept
almost went like an opposite stance.
that.
You're like,
you're
eh.
all, man. Kind of like.
Well,
yeah,
no, my personal feelings of her beauty are I still think she's pretty. I can acknowledge that she's a pretty person, but no, I don't see her as beautiful.
Well, who would you more along life would Keira Knightley be?
No.
More of your type?
Kira's a twig. No. She's cute. Like, at
You
best.
want more junk in the trunk? Or
Yes. I
Yeah.
think
You
a
like a
slight,
Beyonce fan?
no, a slightly heavier Jennifer Lopez is a gorgeous human being. Rihanna's beautiful.
Rihanna's quite thin.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah, she's thin, but she's a teeny tiny person too, so that works a little better. She's not like weirdly tall and thin, and she still has an ass. So hey, things happen.
The problem with me in this conversation is I just think of porn stars. Like porn actresses.
Jenna Jameson.
Nope.
Nope.
Tara somebody.
Sarah Patrick, maybe?
Tara Patrick.
Still no.
Yeah, no.
I lost.
This is not a conversation we should
No,
have.
yeah, I don't.
So let's skip it. But no, like, beauty is such a personal thing. Like,
Oh,
doesn't mean shit.
I thought we're gonna go back to the King Arthur show.
No, yeah, back all the way to King Arthur.
Alright, is there like a series of books, a franchise where like I am all about this?
An author, yes.
Who is that?
Neil Stephenson, the guy who wrote Snow Crash.
Oh.
That is the dude who I've wrote almost everything he's read, and I will continue to
Wrote almost everything he read.
read almost everything he's read.
There it is.
I take credit for all. No,
Yeah.
I'm an
My name's at the back of the book. But I wrote it in there.
Yeah, no.
I go Inception style into Neil Stephenson's head.
Write this, Neil. Yeah, no. Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of his. In general, I love music, but that is super general for me.
Yeah.
I just want to find new
That's
music
not
as often
the
as
same
possible.
type of thing, though, right?
No.
Unless you're like super into one band.
No, for me, it's more that's a true hobby in that I want to find out as much of it as I can and keep learning about it forever. Like, I don't plan on ever stopping with my music interests. Like, I love music.
I'd be playing it in the background right now. Probably, because usually I'll be watching a movie right here, and I'll have that TV, my computer over there with Sirius Satellite on it in the background.
Yeah.
I don't know why I do it, but I'm very into music and love hearing it all.
That's how I play video games. We've talked about that before, me and Gus. I don't generally listen to game audio. I
Yeah,
listen
we
to
took a
music
game.
while playing.
I can see that.
Especially like online or something.
Yeah, competitive games, like, I don't give a shit
Need
what
to be
anybody has
paying
to say.
attention.
Yeah, I like the Mad where it actually put real. It put real people's music in there, you know, like the chats and stuff like that. You had real bands,
Yeah.
songs put into the games, and I thought that was pretty fantastic. And there were songs that I listened to, I was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe the song's in here. Oh my goodness, I can't believe this. You know, Nap Your Roots is in here. You know, like wow, just
That's cool. I don't play those games, but that's cool. It's a nice
Yeah.
touch. That's actually a good point.
That's
Like,
how
games.
I got into like punk and shit, playing Tony Hawk.
How do you say Tony Hawk
Yeah,
games? That's one of my inroads to rap. On coming from the other direction. It's like Tony Hawk games had some relatively cool rap compared to the shit I was listening to. So one thing about skaters, they don't give a fuck. They listen to whatever. As long as it gets them going, they'll listen to it. I love live
See, I
music.
always thought that skaters were more of the alternative music, you know.
Nah, a lot of them are like huge rap fans.
You know.
which you know could be considered alternative, especially for them.
Well, alternative has a specific meaning in music.
No, yeah, but little white skater dudes.
Totally.
Before they got into skating,
I know what
We're
both of you
probably
mean, and I agree
expecting-
with both
Right.
of you.
to like a certain type of thing.
Skater
Yes.
dudes.
Yep.
With the white ones.
Well, broke people don't skate. Skating
Nobody
is an
else can
expensive
afford
thing to get
skateboard.
into.
Yeah, unless
Yeah.
you're really good and somebody's buying all of your shit, yes.
The funny
skating's-
part is in
skating's super
Humboldt,
expensive.
I see very little white kids skating. I actually see more black children skating.
It's the skating school, man.
Okay. I think we're on that.
Well,
I
yeah,
hated it forever.
I have no comment on that
What
because
was
I
it
have.
when I owned a
What was your
skateboard?
theory on the black
Yeah,
kid skateboarding?
I have no inroads into why
Nothing,
that's.
because you went into little white kids skating.
What's Humboldt? This is not the poorest of areas.
It's not the richest of areas either.
Yeah, but like I said, skateboarding is not a cheap thing to get into.
Skateboards, I doubt they cost that much money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude.
A good skateboard
They
costs
can
a lot of
cost
money.
that much money.
I mean,
You
Walmart
look at
boards,
anything can cost that much money, or it could not cost that much money. Walmart boards, what, are probably like $10-15?
and they also last a week.
And
Or a day if you actually know what you're doing.
Sure. I'm sure if you were to buy the Walmart
Well,
board,
That's if you know what you're doing, they'll last longer because you'll try not to break it.
Well, I mean, it depends on what kind of tricks you're doing. Like, how high are you
Sure.
landing from? Like,
Yeah, Walmart bearings are not going to take a good fall.
not that the wheels are gonna roll fast enough for you to be able to do anything.
The
you-
hardware is going to break off.
that's where we got our boards from, with Wally World back in the day. And of course, we replaced the wheels on it, but that was all we did. I sucked at skateboarding. I sucked from day one. I hated the thing. I wanted to break my skateboard.
I'm not.
But you bought it because you thought it was cool.
No, I got it given to me as a
Oh.
Christmas gift.
There you go.
So, no. And we ended up taking off the wheels to them and using them as sleds to go down a cul-de-sac and ride the ice on the road.
That sounds like way more fun.
It was
than
so much more
skateboarding,
fun.
actually. But I,
Because when we
yeah.
did skateboarding, we
Okay.
just laid on the fucking board and fucking tried to turn stuff, you know. There was no standing up. We had no coordination. You know.
skateboarding is something that has to be like generational. Like, if you don't find a group of people who are going to like skate with you who are better than you, it's pretty hard to learn and get better. Because it's not easy, and it's certainly not easy to get good at it. Like, you have to have the motivation of having people to hang out with that want to keep doing it, who have been doing it, who are good at it. Because if everybody around you fucking sucks, that gets old no matter what you're doing.
Now it's a little bit different because
Well,
of
yeah.
both the internet and you could go to a skate park where they're more prominent now.
And regardless if everybody sucks around you, you still could be that diamond in the rough, you know. You look at all these, and I have to reiterate it back to football for me, you know. All of these little shitty towns where they get that 5-star recruiting, which 5 stars basically your max recruit. They rank all recruits on stars, and 5 is basically the top of the line best athletes in the world. All 5 stars come from little shitty podunk towns where basically nobody knows anything. They're probably all of them ancestral, you know. But I mean,
Less offensive, dude.
What I'm trying to say there is, in the shitty area, you know, for the most part, you know, if you're stuck around a lot of people that just suck at skateboarding.
Or you
nobody
mean,
wants
hey, if you
skateboarding.
grow up on a like farm and all you do is work every day of your life, you might be a big tough fuck. So you might be able to hit the shit out of people on a football field. Yes, that's
Well,
fair.
Yeah, or
Or if you grow up in a shithole and all you can do is skateboard, you
I'm
might
saying
get
if you're
good at
around
skateboarding.
like a fuck ton of shitty skaters, you know, we'll go back into the inner city. You know, you're around a ton of shitty skaters. You can still be a fantastic skater. It doesn't
Sure.
take.
Yeah, because even shitty skaters want to be good, so they'll try.
I didn't really want to be good.
You also weren't a skater.
No, it wasn't.
You know, imagine
I did listen to
shitty
Smashing
skaters
Pumpkins,
are
though.
still out there trying to skate. You know what I mean? And the fact that one of them just even with football, everybody's trying to play the game, unless you're out there fucking around with the field or whatever. But everyone's trying to play the game. It's just every now and then one of them stronger, faster, gets the game better than the others, whatever the reason.
Uh-huh.
It could, it's the same thing with skating. One of them just,
Hiccup.
as soon as they get on it, it just something fucking snaps or whatever, and they get it. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, the hiccups.
But that's the thing with anything. If something is an escape for somebody, the chances that they'll get good is better than if something's just a regular hobby for someone.
Yeah.
See, and I don't believe that. I think there's more of a natural talent inside of there.
No, yeah, dude, that's definitely a part of it. I'm not saying both can't exist, but imagine,
I heard
like, if skating was all you had, right?
I mean,
Like, if you couldn't take off the wheels and you'd slide, if you're like, man, this is the only present I've got, yeah, I'm gonna fucking learn how to ride this thing.
Maybe.
There's that part to it, and there's a part where your cousin comes over, he's like, oh, cool, a skateboard, and he's doing shit you took you a month to learn.
I'm gonna add two things
Both
to
things
this.
exist.
Like, I personally got pretty good at some real bad video games because when I was little, those were the video games that I had.
Yeah, man.
But also, I heard a really, really funny thing the other day. I don't know who to credit this with. I'm sorry. But he said, if you ever want to be real disappointed about your life, just look up blank, 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 done by a 5-year-old Chinese girl. Because somewhere, there's some motherfucker that no matter how good you are, you ain't that good, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And that takes... That still takes nurturing, though. That still takes parents and adults who understand what that is. Because natural talent can be wasted just as well as hard work. Like, you can waste anything. Human beings are garbage. Like, we could fuck anything up. If you want to, I'll fuck it up for you.
Look what we're doing to the world. Well, scientifically, they did say we planted more trees in the last couple of years than we cut down. So we might be getting back to trying to fix the world.
Yeah, man.
Trying.
I mean, we generally try to fix things as soon as they get so fucked that if we don't, we're all gonna die. So, yeah.
Tentatively, we're past that point.
Yeah, whatever. There'll be enough wars,
We
there'll be
could
enough
slow it
natural
down.
disasters that human beings will go away to the point that the world will recover on its own.
Oh, dude.
I just need to
We're
slow
going
it
to
down.
Mars.
I just gotta be able to
I
live
hope
for
so.
another. I just gotta be able to live for another 30 years, and then y'all can fuck the planet up to Kingdom Come. Really.
I mean, going to Mars would be great because there's nothing to fuck up on Mars, really.
We'll find it.
We'll find a way.
We'll find the animals if they're not big enough for
We'll
us
get
to
the water
actually
that's on the
fuck them.
ground.
We will
We'll
kill
fuck
them.
it.
Yeah,
Like, it's...
that's fair enough. Dustin's on a beer run because he's a fucking hero.
And he's back.
And he's back. Thank you, sir.
It don't take long.
Oh, yeah.
Nice when the kitchen's right there. God, I love this spatula. I'll never use it.
As an actual special.
Yeah. For grilling. I could probably enjoy Texas Longhorn Char Mars, you know. I'm like, yeah. Okay, talent. I have no talent. None
Talent?
at all. Yeah.
No.
My talent, I can honestly say, and you can disagree if you want to, I have a talent for firing people and letting them go and them actually understanding and comprehending what they did wrong, where they went wrong, and how they can fix it in the future with whatever company, and not have retaliation come back off of to the store.
I'm sure you could spread that to like a broader sense. Like maybe you're good with people.
I'm obviously
Is there
fantastic.
easily accessible
see?
restroom?
Straight back, just the door.
It doesn't just have to be firing. You could be. It could just be more general. You're all right with people,
Yeah, fine.
and you are. You have
I have
been
great
in-
people skills.
leader situations.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
I
You're
can.
talented,
I can
buddy.
find ways
It's
to
okay.
motivate people. I can find ways to destroy people. You know, destroy them nicely.
Is there? Can you destroy nicely?
I can destroy
Yeah.
nicely.
what is it, like
Okay.
brick by brick, or is it like one big boom and you just explain what happened?
It's more the boom, and then I explain why the boom had to happen. You know, it's basically
It's
like yes,
You get it, man. We had to do this.
I blew up your house, yes, but this is why I had to blow up your house.
I thought it was going to blow me up.
And then you're like, by the end of it, you're like, okay, well, I
Maybe
still
he's
owe
right.
$130,000 on this house, but I guess I'll just go get another house now somewhere else. Here, yeah, I'll sign the deed over to you, Dustin. Still pay off the loan. Basically, I like to think I'm kind of that good. Might be conceited, but all I can say is I've worked with air traffic controllers before. And if anybody knows anything about air traffic controllers, in which I know y'all know the gist of what they do, but
Control air traffic.
they are A-type personalities. They are the creme de la creme of thinking only about themselves. And they give two shits less about you. And if you can control them and tell them to shut their mouth, I think you're pretty good at leading people. You know, if you can control an air traffic controller, you can control anybody. Honestly, I truly believe that. Which a lot of people got ate up and spit out by them little fuckers. Because they will all plot together to get rid of you within a heartbeat. Even if you were a former air traffic controller, you become their boss, you're automatically, their goal is to get rid of you. And they never could get rid of me.
Do they understand that they're still going to have a boss?
Yes, they do. And then each one of them wants
They
to
just
be that
always
boss.
want a new one?
And then when each one of them gets to become that boss, everybody backstabs that person.
Oh, people.
Yeah, so
You're
it's,
so silly.
Game of bitches.
and then I came in there and they just couldn't get rid of me. I was like, congratulations, bitches, I'm an A-type personality too. Let's do this shit.
My grandfather was an Air Force pilot, so me.
My grandpa was too. He was the only enlisted Air Force pilot. He had a
Nice.
plane up there near Wichita Falls in a museum that he flew.
Yeah. Cool.
And that's, you know, I'll get back to you on what museum it is. It's got all of its memorabilia there, which is fantastic. Like I said, for to have somebody famous in your family, you know, that's pretty damn awesome. An enlisted person flying a jet.
Yeah.
That's pretty damn fantastic. Then I've got my other grandpa who was president of Timex.
Yeah, you told me.
What
that.
is that?
And then Timex watches,
The watch company?
cheap watches. They're like $5-10 watches.
Cool.
The ones that you could take anywhere and just destroy them and go back to Walmart, give them one.
Or just buy 20 of them. Like,
Yeah,
yep, that one's
pretty
fucked.
much.
Boop.
Let me get one in every.
Oh, I got a
color.
green one this time.
Yeah.
Cool. This one has Pac-Man on it.
He gave all of his money away to charity.
I have a great grandparent who did that. Nobody talks about that motherfucker anymore.
I think it's fantastic that my grandpa did that. I really do.
Yeah,
He made every one of
Me
his
too.
kids earn all of their own money.
We weren't so altruistic about that shit. Sorry.
You know, and that's to each your own. You know. I loved it. I thought it's a great lesson now. I think, you know, you, at the age of 50 or something like that, you know, you could have stashed away $25 grand for a child or something, you know, to in case they survive the 50 years old, you know. Here's
To help
25
the
grand
kids
out
with
of
college or something, huh?
college would have been nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
He did-
raising kids is super fucking cheap.
He
Come on,
helped
man.
one
Don't
kid
worry about it.
through college, and that was my gay uncle Mark, who ended up getting like a doctor's and some arts degree that meant jack shit. And then after
Means he gets a call him doctor.
yeah, and then after he went there, he went and worked as
Well, yeah, man. The one he helped out fucking got a doctorate in art.
a
He's like,
licensed.
fuck these kids.
No, and I'm still on my uncle Mark there. Went and worked at a nursing home as like a janitor.
That's where an art degree will get you.
Yeah, I was gonna say art degrees, kids.
Well, an
He's
art
like,
doctorate.
$9
I mean,
an
key
hour.
rock.
Keep this in mind, children. You can go into almost any field.
Why
if
wouldn't
you
he
get a
just
good enough
teach?
degree.
Because he was lazy.
Sure. I suppose. Isn't janitor work pretty difficult?
Not at a nursing home, I
Yeah,
bet.
now when it's like 3 wings.
There's not many people that complain. Half of them can't remember who the fuck you are.
You're not the one
anyway.
cleaning up their shit unless it's on the floor. You know, you don't have to go wipe up the.
Yeah, that's a nurse's
That's a
job.
nurse's
Yeah,
job.
I'm not touching that.
No, but I mean,
So basically, you go and you just mop and sweep everywhere.
And I bet the money was more than $9. I bet it was actually okay.
not.
Really?
how
Fine.
hard
Well, when?
can being
When?
an art teacher be?
From the
Teaching people anything could be.
80s
terrible.
to
Teach kids. Finger
early
paints.
2000s.
Yeah,
I think he
No.
got up to about probably like $13 an hour.
Woo!
I know.
Power to the people.
And he didn't retire doing it. He just
Did,
went on, like,
wait, what time
disability.
did you say?
In the 80s to like early
Oh,
2000s.
that's good.
Yeah, 9 in the 80s is not bad.
To 13.
13 in the
now,
2000s
early
is dick.
2000s.
Yeah, well,
And then he went on a disability
That's a-
when he hit like 55 and then got Social Security and
that's
stuff.
something
and
I would
quit.
talk to my manager about.
Yeah, it was because he was useless as shit.
Everybody's got those family members.
He was the only one, but he was the person that taught me music.
There you go.
So he had his good point. Him and my mama taught me music. All genres of music. That's where I got my musical influence from, was from those two people. My uncle was a piece of shit. He bought every single record, every single CD that ever came out by any artist in the world. That's where all of his $7, $9 an hour went to.
He's a music lover. A
Mhm.
real one.
Connoisseur. He had the 33s and the 45s, you know, he played his records.
It's awesome.
I mean, he had just walls just littered in there, and he lived with my grandpa for free forever.
I think your
until my
uncle's a
grandpa
great guy.
Because he reminds
Lover-
you
I was
of
gonna
you.
Lover of the arts.
They're very small pieces of him that I love incredibly together. This
You
music
know,
thing is awesome.
Had a hard job that was like a necessary job. It's not like he was a dog walker or some shit. He was out there cleaning.
I have a good friend of mine that actually is a dog walker. She owns her own dog walking company. Makes great money.
She is a fucking
You see,
small business owner.
yeah,
that is
yeah,
different than
that's
being a
different.
dog
She's a
walker.
dog walker.
No, she is the business. She is the owner of a
And
dog
she
walking
does
company.
the dog walking herself.
Yeah.
She
She
has
still
like,
owns the company.
she has like 2 other employees, but she is a dog walker herself.
Yeah, you see, you
You
just said it.
No, but you said dog walker. You used the term dog walker. Well, she is.
I was
a
trying to
dog
think
walker.
of someone that doesn't involve much. You know,
That
a
involves
dog
lot,
walker.
Man. You gotta clean
no,
up after 'em.
dude. What you're saying involves a lot. You could just walk a couple dogs. You don't have to have your own business. You don't have to have 2 other employees. You know exactly what I meant, and because you have a friend, you wanted to be shitty about it.
Gus is talking about the hipster shithead who walks 2 dogs and
Yeah,
plays on
man.
a fucking iPhone
I'm
for 3
saying
hours
he
a
could
day.
have done nothing,
You're talking
but
about
he's
the
out
people
there
with
working.
business.
and you're.
It's a she.
No, I'm talking about your uncle.
Oh,
We're talking
right,
about a
yeah.
hypothetical dipshit who doesn't exist.
No,
And
my
your
uncle
uncle-
existed.
It's fine.
I'm saying he could have been more.
He could have been a. But he could have been a
But
lot
he
more
seems
in life, too.
fine.
Well,
he could have been a lot more in life.
Could
Because
have
like
been
I
a
said,
lot worse. He
since
could have been a
Social
dick.
Security and his potential for disability came in, he quit his job and jumped on that.
that's a little rough.
He also lived off his dad. So.
Wait, when was he born? When was he born?
Fuck. Let's see. He was younger than my pops. I think my pops was turning 67 this year, possibly.
Is your uncle dead now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically all of my family for the most part. I think the women are the only ones alive. He's got my
So he
pops-
made it to 65. Again,
I think he might have made it to 62. My
so
pops-
what's Social
like,
Security at?
So around
60, You
1946.
get at 55. You get
Did
it
he?
at a discounted rate. He got it the first time he was eligible for the fucker.
So around 46. He was born around 46.
Well, my pops was born in 47.
So maybe even
So
slightly
he was
earlier.
about 50.
Hmm?
So I had been about
40.
50 or so.
Oh, he was just a little bit younger.
Yeah, he was my
Okay.
closest younger brother.
Still rough life, man.
Wait, what? How old's your dad?
My pops was born in 1947. My dad's dead.
Yeah, I was say pops and dad, not the same person. But again,
My pops died, what, 3 years ago? While I was in Iraq, Afghanistan.
but yeah, being born in 1950, being gay, dude, not easy life.
Yeah? Yeah, he was a closet.
You just leave in that and then you cut out the rest.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, no, that was a tough life for him, but I mean, he never did anything to try to better himself. That's.
I'm not-
for like
Hey man,
like I
a
said,
ton of people don't. But you know what I'll give him? He didn't have 5 shitty kids.
Who has
He
5
did.
shitty kids?
He didn't
Other
have a-
people.
he must-
Okay, I thought you were talking about something
No.
specific. I was
I must
like,
be talking about Carissa. So I think,
I'm not. I'm really not.
okay,
Carissa, I hope you're listening. to
we
this.
totally haven't gotten back to the part that's going to be in the show yet. Apparently, cool.
Fuck it. Sure, I am. What are you gonna do about it?
Delete this shit forever from the memory of the universe.
I'm not.
What do you think we've got? Maybe like 15 minutes of good stuff in there, even.
Yeah, yeah, about an hour
An
at
hour?
least.
You got a
Going
lot
for
of-
almost 2.
You got a lot of editing to do, huh?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's like a whole 30-minute span that you're gonna just have to fuck edit out.
That's fine. It's pretty easy. Just gotta write down time codes. Delete between here and here.
But I don't see no issue with just us going on our little rants, you know?
Yeah, I do. Every once in a while. Generally, no.
Hey man, come up with a format and we'll try to follow it.
Enough hate can
Emphasis on
overcome
trying.
any format, so I'll still be editing no matter what.
Hey, if you got hate in
Man.
your heart, let it out.
Not enough, like,
No, but like if we had a format to the show, maybe that wouldn't have come up.
I'm looking
Whatever.
at him. I'm fucking looking at him right now, and I guarantee you it probably would have.
That's why I said, well, try to stick to it, and maybe it wouldn't have come up.
I appreciate your efforts. And I appreciate the agent of chaos sitting next to you on the couch.
I accept.
So,
It's weird to not be that agent.
right. Like, dude. Chaotic evil right here. Am I in it? No, probably not.
Yep, everybody's in it.
Hey, cool. Hey, we have a cover picture for this podcast. Send that to me, please. When I post it, I will post it with that picture.
So, are we getting near the end?
Ain't gotta be.
We can.
Yeah.
You
When
said yeah.
someone starts asking about how much stuff do we have, I think.
Well, that was just me, because
Oh,
this is my
no,
first.
he's just being
This is my
curious.
first time.
Okay.
You know? I'm just.
Okay, everybody throw out a topic. And then we'll go with that. What do you want to talk about, dickhead?
Oh.
Come on.
Holocaust.
First.
We're not. Yeah, you
Hey,
first.
man, you made the rules. He's playing by them.
You first.
Robin Williams. Have y'all seen Ted 2?
No.
Bill
Yeah.
Cosby.
Yeah.
When was that?
They went to a stand-up comedy.
Oh yeah,
And
they went to an
throwing out-
improv show.
Yeah, improv. They're throwing out ideas. I actually just want to. Can you give me a minute? I gotta pull that up. I want to pull that out because you'll understand every bit of it.
Sure. Show me. I have my topic, so I'll wait for you.
Okay, so it's about 58 seconds long.
Actually, I probably hear it better through these.
Yeah, you might.
Just gonna take the case.
I don't want to jinx it, but I think so.
Okay.
God, you hear that, Jordan? I still get a shot. Yes.
Oh my god, we gotta celebrate.
You thinking what I'm thinking? Let's go down to the improv and yell sad suggestions? Fuck yeah. So first, we need a historical event. Who's got an event? 9/11. Okay. Maybe something else. All right, let's start with a person. Robin Williams. Okay, all right, for real, guys, for real. Who's got a person? Robin Williams on 9/11. All right, we've heard from these guys. Let's maybe give somebody else over here a chance. How about a location? Let's go with a location. The offices of Charlie Hebdo. Okay, seriously, sir, I just need a location. Ferguson, Missouri. German wings.
Fucking god
Okay,
damn.
Starbucks. Nobody said Starbucks. All right, Starbucks. Okay, now who's in the Starbucks? Bill Cosby. You people are monsters.
Well, gotta watch that movie now. Holy shit.
It is hilarious the whole way through, man.
Every once in a while I forget that, oh yeah, Seth MacFarlane's actually funny. Family Guy just sucks dick.
Yeah.
See, people say that,
I like Family Guy.
but I
actually.
refuse to believe it.
But the Seth MacFarlane's good.
No, that Family Guy sucks dick.
I liked
I
Family Guy.
fucking hate it.
I even liked American Dad. It came out after it. And it was the same true format. Everything was exactly the same.
Yeah.
Can't stand that shit.
I love those, honestly, more than I like The Simpsons.
Well,
This isn't a conversation we can have. Because
fighting words!
I'm sorry. There are things I disagree with, and there are things that I fucking wholeheartedly, from the bottom of my core,
there
disagree
are
with.
certain
and
things I'll support,
that
like
is
the
one of
ideal Family Guy. But what you said, sir, is
them. It's fucking wrong. You were allowed to be wrong. You're allowed to have your wrong ass opinion, but you two are wrong.
Growing up, I wasn't allowed to watch The Simpsons.
Hey, neither was I, and that's part of why I love it now.
Beavis and Butthead. As soon as my parents basically saw us watching any show on TV that just didn't go toward their way, they're like, you can't watch that ever again.
how'd that work out for him, huh?
We never watched it until till we got out of the house.
So, are you a fan of any of that stuff now? Like, do you appreciate Beavis and Butthead now? I mean, Beavis and Butthead's pretty dumb, but
It's
also
stupid humor.
like
yeah.
very much of its time.
But I mean, you get the stuff like Office Space or Idiocracy
Space.
or King of the Hill. Like when Mike Judge decided to do more with his style of comedy. I think a lot of that stuff's pretty good.
I believe we're headed toward Idiocracy.
That's the joke.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
we're definitely going to be putting Gatorade on plants for electrolytes.
How many different names did they have for Fuddruckers before it just became Buttfuckers?
That fucker.
So, goddamn, I love that
Monster
movie.
trucks, kicking people in the balls, and porn.
Gigantic dildo monster truck fights. Okay, guys, if you haven't seen that movie, go fucking watch Idiocracy.
If you
you're
haven't
old
seen
enough.
it in a couple years, watch it again, dude.
Yeah, no
It's
shit.
so fun.
I watched it a couple days ago. It came on HBO.
Yeah, it comes on like Comedy Central.
It's
on
fantastic.
a fairly regular basis.
It's by Mike Judge, the guy who did Beavis and Butthead, Office Space, King of the Hill, and
It's silly.
it's maybe
and it's
one of the
fun,
best things he's done. It's amazing.
And it's like
It's America.
eerily creepy how
Quickly
some of
we're
those
getting to it.
things exist already, and
Like, the joke was, it was going to take a long time to get to this point. That movie didn't come out that long ago.
We all feel like we're already headed that way.
Yep.
Costco has everything in it.
Whatever, dude. Hey, some of that stuff, maybe not so bad, actually, at the end of the day. Costco's fine.
yeah, man, maybe Gatorade is super good for plants.
It's what plants crave. Electrolytes.
Electrolytes.
Oh, dude.
Dude, the writing on that shit is so good.
Yeah, those guys were just... They saw the future. And they made jokes about it. It was amazing. But yeah, like, in 100 years, there's a good chance people will still be watching that movie and saying, like, they told you. They told you what was going to happen. and you did the shit anyway.
That's basically like everybody talks about The Simpsons and how The Simpsons are always predicting things in our future.
Or George Orwell, or
And they're
any of those
coming
guys.
basically true. Yeah, George Orwell.
Wow.
But basically, The Simpsons.
Yes, that was deeper than The Simpsons. Hard.
kind of like The Simpsons predicted, Trump.
Yeah.
And it seems every year they come up with something else. Well, look, The Simpsons predicted this, Simpsons predicted that, Simpsons predicted that.
Of course, you have a brain trust like that. They're going to be right every once in a while. I mean, enough of those guys had like literal PhDs from Harvard that
It seems like
they were going to be right about some shit. They're
seems like
pretty
for
smart
a
guys.
fictional cartoon, they were right a lot, and could just be, and it could be hypothetical where the storyboard just kind of went, but somehow it's lining up with real life now.
Yeah.
And it's kind of freaky.
Like you said, they're not dumb people. And the cool thing about animation is that you could get away with some social commentary that you might not be able to get away with in live action.
Yeah, 'cause it's a silly cartoon. Who's going to take it seriously?
Yeah, like you could say fucking outlandish shit.
And
that
none
you
of the
believe in.
none of the executives at Fox are
and
going to
they're
be
gonna
smart
be like,
enough
"Oh,
to
that's
stop
silly," and then all of a sudden, fucking turn around and Trump's fucking Republican nominee.
Surprise! Yay!
you.
It's
Surprise!
not even a good Republican. It's so weird.
Like, it's a surprise, just not maybe necessarily a good one, depending on who you are. Oh, poor country.
So you said you had a topic.
Yeah. Favorite musical instrument. Mine is the electric guitar. I like acoustic guitars a lot. Love the sound. I love the sound of string instruments, but I was born in '85. I love the electric guitar a lot. What people like Stevie Ray Vaughan, Jimi Hendrix,
B.B. King.
yes, B.B. King, just fucking help me keep naming people because I'm tired. But yeah, like there's literally like countless iconic musicians who became iconic because they're fucking fabulous at the guitar and what they can do with it. The guitar is something that you can speak with it to your own voice, and you don't have to say anything. You just play the fucking thing how you want to play it. Fucking Otis Taylor. God damn it!
Did you say Santana?
Carlos Santana.
Slash did
Slash.
a pretty fucking good job.
I mean, The Edge. Like you don't have to like U2 to understand that The Edge
Yeah.
is a pretty fucking good guitar player. Jimmy Page. Like the list literally goes on and on and on. And for every instrument that's true, but for the guitar, it's just these fucking. And this is all in my own mind. I know that, but it's these fucking cool guys who did this thing and did it so well that people can't forget it, or that when they do it, everybody knows exactly who it is. They know exactly what they're playing. Like, fuck the dude's voice. I don't have to hear the dude's voice. Play a couple chords with that guitar, and I know what this is. I know what band this is. I know what you're doing. Like, that has a fucking incredible power. And again, I love live music, so being at a place and, like, even something like as corny as Sister Hazel playing Christmas music, it's like, yeah, this is dumb, but goddamn, I fucking love it. Like, I love being here. Like, it's really cool. I also really like the cello because I feel like the cello is kind of like the Renaissance version of the electric guitar. Like, here's all this crazy shit I can do with this string instrument, and it's fucking transformative and beautiful, and it will make you feel things that I don't have. Again, I don't have to say a fucking thing to you, and you're going to feel it whether you want to or not, if you're paying attention.
Well, that one came out of left field.
Which one's the cello?
The big,
Okay,
stand up,
I got it.
kind of looks like a.
No, I got it. That's all I needed.
It's big.
No, I need, like, it was like between two that it could have been in my mind.
He's thinking.
Yeah, no, I want to, like, talk about the guitar as well.
Because, I mean, you kind of spoke to it, you know, the versatility of all these people, all the greats in particular, can have, it's their sound, man. Like, that's them. I love blues and stuff, so I could speak to, like, B.B. King in particular. Like on one of the documentaries, or you know, one of the things speaking about him, they said they described him like when he's out there playing, he's gone. Like that is blues that's coming out. That is not B.B. King. You know, it's a feeling. It's
like the soul of the music
Yeah.
taking over. Yeah.
So the fact that, and I agree with it, and I'm sure a ton of people will agree with it as well. The fact that a man could do that with this thing, this, you know, instrument, is incredible. It's
I can't really say I have a favorite instrument. I'd have to say it'd be more of a sound, I guess. Bass.
Pace.
percussion, I guess.
I just love
The
deep
beats.
Boom, boom.
sounding bass, whether it is digitally made, you know, on a computer, or it's a nice bass guitar, or the drummers hitting that bass box down there, you know. It's just something about that kind of like that excites me. I hate live music, and I hate to say it, but I hate live music. And the one factor that I hate it is I can't control the volume. I'm out there, and if I'm in the way back, I can't see shit, you know. And you go to a concert to see and hear the music, kind of. I can't see the artist, but the volume's kind of good for me way in the back. I get up there near the stage, and then I can see everybody, and then everything's just screaming at my ears, just like pounding my head.
What
Plugs in,
shitholes do
man.
you go to that, like, listen, you catch live music?
Like Korn and
Dude.
just other.
Live music's. I will give you that. If you're not
Yeah,
straight up professionals, and if your crew isn't professionals, live music can be fucking annoying.
Yeah.
For you to be like, that speaker's just like tweaked wrong, something's not coming through right, a wire is off.
The volume of it.
And even a band in like a bad venue for them can sound
Yeah,
bad.
even
like
a great band and a
Well,
shitty,
yeah, and like I said,
shitty
I've had
acoustics.
I've been to like Korn, you know, 25,000 in an arena, you
You
know,
will.
and I was up close, and from there everything's pointed at me, and I understand they had to get that sound out there to 25,000 people, you know, so it's gonna be fucking loud.
Put some earplugs in,
shit.
bro.
Oh no, I ended up doing that one, quick, fast, and hurry, but it made me realize it. And then I went to another one. Who the hell was it? I don't know. I've only been to a handful of concerts in my lifetime, just because I just
not your thing.
don't like not being able to control the volume. If I was the DJ, I'd
That's a
probably be
super
turning it up
unique
and down.
complaint.
Alright.
So I like my car, you know. I'll have one song that I just super just excited about. I'll crank it up, and then the next time I come on, I'm like, oh, this ain't a bad song. And just turn it down, you know, to a tolerable level. I love music, you know. Like I said, I love every sound. I love bass most of all. That's why I had 2 10s and 2 12s in the back of my truck. As soon as I learned about speakers, you know. So I had like 1,000-watt amp and 2 Pioneer 12s and 2, I think it was ATX 10s in the back of the truck, you know, just so I could hear the bass. And then I would go get CDs that were just like those bass competition CDs, and I'd put them in it just to listen to the bass, like, oh, and I just loved that feeling that it gave. So So it's not really, like I said, it's not really an instrument. It's, I don't know, it's just the deepness of it. The even though, like I said, you
Well,
like
there's a
guitar.
lot of like resonant aggression to bass. Like, there's a lot of like just continuing force too. You're gonna fucking feel this, and we're gonna make you feel it. Like, and I get that. That's cool.
Yeah, tickles your butthole.
Whoever does it for you, Kelly.
Amen.
Another edit.
Also with
Fuck you. No,
that's
everybody
staying
gets
in.
to hear that one.
That's staying in.
Everybody in the entire world gets to hear that one, I hope.
I'm fine with it.
The fucking 210s and 212s. Fucking classical music will fucking tickle your butt.
Yeah.
1989 Dodge Ram Charger. And
Yeah.
I had those in there.
That would
And
do
the
it.
funny part is, you walk outside of my truck, close that door,
Fucking steel.
couldn't hear
Let nothing
shit.
out.
God, I miss that thing so bad. Yeah, like I said, it was a nice, still, thick. It's a Ram Charger, so it's an old version of an SUV. It was 2 doors, and then it had the hatch that opened in the back. Oh my God, it was so fantastic. Hell, growing up when we were playing football, I would carry like 13 people in the back of my SUV.
You don't got nothing in your car?
Nothing. Just haven't went out and bought any. I kind of get
Also,
pissy nowadays.
that's kind of like a southerny thing, right?
Bass.
No, bass
A
and
Volvo.
like car modification like that.
Yeah.
That's a really American thing.
It
In
depends on
general,
what kind
too.
of modifications. The South is known for its lowriders, you know. Well, but the West Coast is known for lowriders, we'll say. But
Houston's known for certain kinds of lowriders.
for candy,
We slapped
candy
it
paint,
out.
you
Yep.
know.
But no, you know, for whatever reason, I have the belief that like Midwest, you know, they're not putting 15s in their trunk. They're not going for that sound. Maybe now, but
No, not back in the day, no. And
like I know it's a big part of here. It's a big part of Houston because we pushed it.
the Midwest never really did.
And you know, East Coast, I don't think they have a car culture the way the South does.
or the West Coast.
Yeah, or the West Coast.
Well, I mean, the West Coast, which part? Like, California has a huge car.
No, that's what I'm saying. The East doesn't have it
Yeah.
like we do, or the West Coast does.
You said no to the West Coast, right?
That's a no. That's a no
You
to
were-
the East Coast. I said
You're agreeing
he was-
that the West
I was
had
You were
agreeing
just
with-
agreeing
I
with
was
him.
agreeing
Yeah.
with him.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
But yeah, from the West Coast to about here.
Midwest has never been big into cars, dude.
Well, up north, like, places where it gets fucking cold as shit, like, cars have a lot more utility. It's like,
yeah.
I need to be able to get somewhere without freezing my fucking dick off
they're
every single day.
SUVs and pickup trucks
Yeah.
for the most part, which the South is about that too, but then we jack them sky higher or we lower them when it's scraping the ground.
Up north, like,
And it
no,
is-
I just need to be able to get to work
There's
every
like I
day,
need snow
please.
tires.
Yeah. You know, in places, you know, where it's warmer, there is a culture of we're gonna hang like in a parking lot where we're gonna
Yeah, and
have
there's
shows.
and
we're
out
gonna
of that, there's a
get
ton of different
together.
cultures. There's
Yeah.
the lowrider cultures and the different versions of that. There's the tuner cultures and the different versions of that. There's the hot rod cultures.
And I would say that, like,
Versions of
in the
that.
South, all of those cultures have even a subset of that. It's like
Yeah.
audio.
Yes.
Like, I'm putting
Yeah.
everything I can in this.
There's neon lights and another one.
Yeah.
You know, and
Like,
paint
one of them
jobs.
is, you know, neon lights
Yeah.
and a bunch of speakers. The other one is candy paint and a bunch of speakers. The other one is nice embroidery and a bunch of speakers.
Yeah,
Right.
here's my two black Supras. One of them has 1,300 horsepower. The other one has fucking like 18
1,000
speakers.
pounds of equipment in it.
Like, I don't know how.
So
there's
that
18
thing can't go
speakers. That's
fast,
super-
but this other one can.
Yeah. Like, there's a reason that one's all blacked out. That one doesn't have windshields because that one doesn't need them because they break.
Yeah. That one has plexiglass.
Helps me
This
get away
one's-
from the cops after they get called. Yeah, exactly.
I can see that. Yeah. We have a good culture down here, man.
And
like the
I really
diversity.
love how sarcastic a lot of it is. Like, hey, one of the biggest like car clubs in Houston, at least for performance cars, is called HPD because they're all assholes. Of course it is. Like, that's funny. At least North HPD was funny. South HPD was all kind of violent assholes. North HPD, those guys were fun. Because it was up in the woodlands, and if they actually pulled any shit, the cops got called in 5 minutes. So, just fun parties and pretty girls.
There's a lot of motorcycle gangs lately around here in Humble.
Hey, guess what? What's cheaper
You're
than a
here,
nice
man.
car? What's
Motorcycle.
cheaper than a nice car?
What I want.
A fast motorcycle. So you
A
can
lot of
spend
them are like-
half of what you'd spend on a nice car to make it kind of fast. You buy a bike that's really fast.
Funny part to me is a lot of them seem to actually be like black people.
Yeah, I mean, my buddy
Me
who
growing up,
I had lunch with
motorcycles
today.
were white people and Hispanic people.
Well, I don't know who my buddy rides with. He's Army, so he's not just friends with black people. He's friends
Yeah.
with all kinds of people because he's Army, not just black. So,
There are. I mean,
Army, not just black.
hey man, Army's a fucking culture. The military is a culture unto itself,
Brother, your
as you
pictures
know.
require.
As you know, it's different.
there's also, there's clubs and then there's gangs. So motorcycle gangs might be a little bit more stringent with their rules in motorcycle clubs.
I'm
They
sure.
just get around and like to ride and shit.
I'm sure
and
the
especially,
ones that I
you know,
saw,
It's great weather down here. It's great.
yeah.
You have the opportunity to have great rides.
Now, when I say I've seen these, guys in their motorcycle clubs and stuff, it's not like 30, 40, 50 deep rolling around in Humble. It's one here, it's one there, and I'm reading their back of their jackets,
Yeah, they
it's
have
another
the
motor
cuts
club.
on.
Yeah. Like I said, I've just never been used to seeing black people in motorcycle clubs. A lot of black people riding around on Harleys.
That I will give you.
I'm used to them.
For
riding
whatever
around.
reason, I
Crotch
believe.
rockets.
Yeah, they're on street bikes.
Yeah,
But hey, maybe it's the southern influences. Like we
and it could be.
ride Harleys down here.
Because I've seen some custom designed bikes rolling around with their motorcycle club represented on the back of them.
Yes, the Mini NES seems awesome. 32 games?
Is it?
I heard 30.
I swear it was 20.
You want to look it up?
Yeah.
Go for it. But yeah, it's either 30 or 32, $60.
I'm totally getting one.
Do you have to have a Wii to use it? I thought you...
No.
You don't?
No, it's
No.
Then I'm totally going to get one
Standalone.
too.
I
That's
think it
awesome.
actually comes with an HDMI connector.
Awesome. I will totally get one because... Yeah, I mean, all of those games are worth having, and I'm not a collector, so I don't have copies of them around.
Yeah, and
It's
they're
like-
kind of expensive.
30 built-in games.
Some of them are, yeah, definitely. It's Mario 1, 2, and... Well,
1, 2, and 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, you're just read the whole list, which has happened on other podcasts, I'm sure, but we'll go ahead and
through
read
the
it.
highlights.
Okay. Super Mario. Of course, Metroid. You had to have Metroid.
Some Zelda.
Legend of Zelda.
1 and 2.
Yeah. You got your Dr. Mario. You gotta have that one, of course.
Especially if you're not going to have Tetris.
There's the other Zelda. Don't have a clue what the hell that is. There's Kirby.
What is?
It's
That's
like
all.
a slideshow, but there's no.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know what the hell it is. Ninja?
I don't know.
So there's
Oh,
Kirby.
that could be Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah, that's on there.
Mega Man 2.
Yep, that's on there.
That's these. Oh yeah, my favorite Techno Bowl is gonna be on there.
Nice.
Freaking awesome. Don't know what the hell that one is. There's Pac-Man.
Super C is on there, which is Super Contra.
Uh-huh. There's another Zelda. There's my Techno Bowl. Super Mario Bros. 3.
So a few SNES games as well.
Oh, it's got that boxing game. What is
Which
it?
Punch Out?
Punch Out, yeah.
Formerly Mike Tyson's.
Yeah, too bad about him.
What part?
It wasn't a licensing issue that caused them to change it. It was him.
Really?
Yep. It was not licensing
Yeah, it
issues
was
at
the-
all. It was him
I believe
being...
it was the rape thing.
Yeah. That was the first thing. There were others.
No, yeah, I believe that was.
That was the inciting
That
incident.
was like, okay, we're out.
Yeah. Mr. Dream it is.
And then, you know, later actions only reinforce their decision.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
gonna sell for
Motherfucker's not Pac-Man. Doesn't get to eat people.
$60.
Yeah.
For the price of one AAA title.
And the extra controller's only like $10, so $70, and you have 2 controllers
It
with it.
does suck that it's a new input for the controller, so you know you can't use your own controllers. Works with NES Virtual Console games on the Wii U too. It
Yeah.
doesn't say you have to use it with the Wii, but it works with it. All right, here's the full listing: Bubble Bobble,
Good game.
Fight, Castlevania, Castlevania 2.
Not a good
That
game.
one.
Simon's Quest is not a good
Castle-
game.
Vania 1 was the
One is a good one, yes.
Donkey Kong, Donkey Kong Jr.,
Both good games.
Double Dragon 2, The Revenge,
Good game.
Sweetness.
Excite Bike, Dr. Mario, Final Fantasy, Galaga, Ghosts and Goblins, I don't know that one.
Hard game.
Gradius, Ice Climber, Kid Icarus,
Not such a great game.
Kirby's Adventure,
Classic.
Mario, Mega Man 2, Metroid, you're right, Ninja Gaiden, Pac-Man, Punch Out, Star Tropics, Super C, Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, and 3, Technoball, Legend of Zelda, Zelda 2, The Adventures of Link.
It's a good list for $60.
That's a fantastic,
Yeah, it's
like an
really
all-star
solid.
cast. That'll definitely sell it, and then
Especially since even on like the Wii Virtual Console, those are at least like $5 a
Will
piece.
they
probably.
make enough of them?
additional controllers, $10. Yeah.
Probably not.
Is there a pre-order?
At the same time, if the thing is basically like a Raspberry Pi, like Android system, they're probably pretty cheap. Probably doesn't
Coming
cost
out.
that much to make them.
November 11th is when they come out.
Stocking stuffers.
Yeah, yeah, and that's literally fit inside of the stocking stuffer. Yeah, I will have one of them.
Yeah, we should get one and play it. Like, so you can do the best on some of the classic games.
Without having save points.
Actually, it will have those.
Will it?
Yeah.
For Metroid?
Supposedly, at least some of the games they're
I mean,
going to
certain
add
games
in.
had it, right?
Well, no, but
Mario
they're gonna-
had it.
They're gonna add it to some
Oh,
games
okay.
too. Yeah.
Mario had it where you could, if you made it to the level, you could start out at another level
Yeah,
if
you
you
could
died.
save worlds.
But other than that, you had to make it to that level completely to get
Well, I
to the
doubt they're gonna have mid-level save points.
They said they were gonna add save functionality to it.
Yeah,
I don't
but,
know what
you
that
know,
means.
like gameplay, like progression, maybe.
I
It'd be
know.
weird to have, you know.
Like, in-game save.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, but who knows? It's Nintendo. They do weird shit.
Yeah, I want it old school, and I want to piss off all the young people that have 50,000 save points because they walk 10 feet and they're like, save. Walk another 10 feet, save.
Hey,
Oh
man.
my god, here comes the monster, save. Fuck no, I want you to go through the whole thing, be like, shit, here comes the monster.
Games aren't made like that anymore.
I know, but I want this to keep it original.
Those games
like
aren't
that.
made like that, so that works. Those games are also a lot of, like, some of them are arcade games, so they were just meant to force you to spend more money.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a fantastic list. I like that. I'm definitely gonna.
I'm excited for whatever the NX is, Nintendo's next console thing. I hope it's good. But as long as it has the next Zelda game on it, I'm probably gonna own one. Like seriously,
I
like
think Nintendo's they finally realized they could just live on nostalgia forever.
yeah, Nintendo makes Mario games,
No,
Zelda games,
yeah,
and
but they make like new and new. Like they always want to push the envelope out.
Or the
Like,
Smash Brothers.
Not
and
until
Mario.
recently where the old Pokemon, the old Pokemons came out. They're doing this now.
I don't know. The new Zelda's not a nostalgia push though. That looks new for them. Doesn't look new compared to modern games.
And
but-
even then, they're not making new things. They're making new Zeldas, new Marios.
yeah, I mean, that's the whole. Well, who knows? Maybe that's a Miyamoto thing because he's still there, or maybe that's
No,
a
dude.
corporate thing.
To me, it's great.
Oh no,
I think
as long as Miyamoto's alive.
I think they should go 100% all out, which is what they're starting to do now. Yeah.
As long as Shigeru Miyamoto is alive, I want that dude to make Mario games, Zelda games, and really that's pretty much it. I don't care about the rest of that shit. Just jump back and forth. Spend
What else
about.
do they have?
People didn't like that Star Fox game very much.
I love it for the N64.
Yeah, the old games
Me
were fun.
too.
The old games were fun.
My little league team used to play that shit all the time.
Well, that's some of like the first secrets I ever found in a game. It was like, whoa, there's like a whole different way to go. There's just different levels that I've never seen before. It's great. Like it's an awesome first experience with that stuff. Some people had that with Doom or whatever, but for me, I'm pretty sure it was Star Fox 64. I loved it. It was great.
I like my first person shooter, basically, well, point of view. I played James Bond, it's like GoldenEye.
Mm-hmm.
So freaking awesome.
Paintball mode, golden gun mode, big head mode, all that stuff. It's great. It's great. Nintendo at its best is better than everybody else.
Honestly.
In my opinion, I think they're really better than anybody else. There are companies that have gotten closer and closer and like have for one product caught up, but consistently when Nintendo gives a shit, when it's Mario Galaxy, when it's Splatoon, when it's Mario Maker, there's nothing fucking like that. Nobody does stuff like that. Nobody's as good at doing stuff like that. It's fucking Nintendo.
I like how Nintendo was able to come out with games that didn't even focus on a character, with their Wii system. You know, they went out and had you basically create an avatar. You know, and it wasn't about who you were. It was about just playing the games. Like you went there, you did the bowling game. You know, you played some tennis. You know, they made it fun to where it was about the game, and you know there was no storylines in there to basically interrupt it. I know some people like their storylines and like to sit through like 15-20 minutes of the shit as the story goes on. I want to play a game, whether it's a quick game of bowling or you know.
Looking at you, Uncharted.
I haven't played 4, so I can't really comment.
Have you played any of them?
I love those fucking games.
Yeah, but you know
I just haven't played 4.
I have not played that.
they're half games.
Yeah, they took the Hideo Kojima route
Yeah,
of making video games.
Half movies.
We were going to create a fucking film experience
Well, they're-
and some of a video
You
game.
do get 2 games in one though.
Again, I'm a fan, so
So am I.
I love that shit.
But like something that's the complete opposite of what he's talking about is Uncharted.
I mean, Nintendo got lucky. Like, they did motion controls right, and they're the only ones who did. Like, they figured
Even
out...
that can be argued.
I mean, once. I'm not talking about, like, throughout the history of the Wii. I'm talking about with Wii Sports specifically. Like, they created things that are analogs to things that everybody knows how to do. You know how to bowl a ball. You know how to hit a tennis ball. Like,
And when they came
You're-
out with the Plus thing for the controller.
yeah, that made it better.
Make it
but
even more precise.
even at the beginning, like, the tennis still worked. It wasn't perfect, but it worked.
Yeah.
No, but you know, they had room to improve, and they did it.
I'll probably pull that thing out next time y'all come here. I got it sitting out in the garage right now, Nintendo Wii.
You guys can do that. I'll play Overwatch on Overwatch on the
You're
laptop.
gonna be playing goddamn bowling. I like whooping everybody's ass in bowling.
Fine.
Or we can play some frisbee golf. Yeah.
Or
talk
we
about
could
fun.
go bowling. No?
I can drink beer and bowl here.
It's cheaper.
$7.
And
Because
they-
it's not real.
Yeah, and again, here I can play Overwatch on the couch while you guys fuck around with bowling bullshit. And again, like, I don't have, like, a generation of gaming that I'm a huge fan of. I just like games. Overwatch is awesome and it just came out, but my favorite game of all time is Super Mario World.
3 was my favorite of all time. Super Mario Brothers 3.
Yeah, that's a common pick too. That's a popular pick.
I'm gonna cheat and say Super Mario All Stars, which had all the games on it.
That is cheating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was one cartridge, so
And it didn't initially have World on it, so you're talking about the extended cartridge that had World on it, right?
yeah.
Right. Sure. That's fine.
Yeah.
Whatever. Because that also had Japanese too.
Yeah.
Lost Levels.
Yeah.
Which, hey, guess what? America, they're better at games than us. How about that?
Well,
there's a reason they dumbed down some of that shit
here's
for
the
fucking
thing.
America.
are they? Because they knew it was too hard.
Well, they knew it was too hard, but, like,
And guess what? I played it. Eventually, I got good at it.
yeah, you get better at it, but they didn't bring out 2 there for a while.
Yeah.
It was a little while before they brought Doki Doki Panic out as 2
And,
in Japan.
Honestly, they made the right decision.
Yeah, I mean, 2's a fun game. It's pretty short, but it's fun. Or American 2 is fun.
Yeah.
And I've even played, like, I don't even know what it's called, but the thing for the Wii U that came with it, like Mario Land or whatever it is that has all the mini games. Some of those are fun too. Like, some of them suck, but some of them are fun.
I don't know what's wrong with there. Mario.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I own a lot of games for that shit. But yet, let me rephrase that. I owned basically everything without actual characters in it. Or like I said, you created avatars for yourself.
Yeah, like the resort.
Yeah.
Wii Sports.
Wii
Yeah,
Sports, Wii
Sports
Resort.
Resort.
I was just a big fan of the way that went, and the whole kind of live action, like especially like I said, when you got the Wii Plus, and it went even more precise when you were doing all your movements. I think I even owned Wii Aerobics. I got my jazzercise on. It might have been the ex-wife, but I still owned it. I sat there and watched her get her jazzercise on.
There's a few games that you thought it was cool with, right?
Yeah, man, I loved every game that came out. I want my Nintendo 64 back, though. Something about that weird ass controller.
Yeah.
It made everything more challenging. It really did. Just the whole layout of that stupid thing.
Yep, that's Nintendo. We're gonna
Always
design
trying
something for our games and our games only. Fuck everybody else. Third party support. No.
Good luck
We don't
recreating
need
this.
you.
Like an upside down crown.
Man, that thing.
I would love to know, like, how they expected someone to use it. Like whoever designed it is like, oh yeah, this is perfect for this.
I think it
Because
was.
I don't think it ever worked to where you're like, oh, this is not inconvenient. It was always kind of a pain in the ass.
Sure. I mean, I think the game that it was designed for was probably Mario 64.
Which you didn't use the middle part.
What?
What would
The
that
part
do?
with the
joystick.
analog stick.
Yeah.
That's the only part I used. I never used the D-pad in Mario 64.
Oh, okay. We played it different.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
So apparently they got it right because people played it totally differently. Yeah,
Yeah, but
I
you see,
played
even then,
middle
like,
part, right part.
I would get, would the Z correct the,
Z's in the middle.
yeah, would that correct the camera?
The Z was crouch. I played it as crouch.
No, I think you're right. Actually, I think that was that refocused the camera back. for
Yeah,
you.
I think I would always, like,
thought-
tap it for
I
that.
think I made camera correct RB for me.
But that's you changing it. But we're talking about defaults.
Yeah, I was a child.
Yeah, default.
I don't
Yeah,
remember.
yeah.
We'd have to play it.
And because
I
I
would-
was so used to, like, the old school, like, using the gamepad, I think that's why I used it.
Yeah, I think they definitely
Yeah,
set it up so you could use it both
When you
ways.
use that middle controller, it was hard to get over there. You know, to like your L1s and shit. You know, your two buttons over there.
Yeah, I don't think I use those for anything. I think I set it up for the middle configuration.
See, so I was always sitting basically like this. Hit it dumb way out there to reach that freaking middle and stuff.
Yeah.
And
For
Oh.
him, it was inconvenient.
This
It was
just
hella
makes me. This just
inconvenient.
makes me want to play it again. Like I'm just curious.
I said I
now.
wish I
wanna
still
play it.
owned the 64. I can't remember where the hell it went to.
To me, it wasn't inconvenient because I didn't use it, but, like, you know, a whole part of the controller went unused. So,
Yeah.
it's not great design.
And I've always
No.
used sports games to where basically you need the joystick, you know, so that's always been a big part of it. Plus, like, we'll say I was playing a football game or playing any game, you had to use these little buttons on the top. Everything meant something, you know. There's a juke button, you know, for one way, juke the other way, and try to get past defenders, you know. There was all kinds for every sports game. You had to use these little fuckers up there. So, like I said, I would just stretch that thumb out as far as I could to the fucking metal joystick when I'm going like this. Or I'd be holding it like this, just like that.
See, I don't play sports games, and I
Understand
don't
that.
play fighting games, so I never had to worry about too much of this stuff.
Fighting games were a pain in the ass.
Yeah, fighting games don't work great on most controllers. Like the Sega Genesis controller was a 6-button controller, so you could kind of use that as a fighting game joystick, but other than that, most of them kind of suck.
I could never get down to fucking combos, man. I would look at them, and they'd be like this goddamn long. I'd be like, hit this many buttons, do this, and then half circle that way, and half circle that way to do this combo, and I would just totally fuck it up every time. Never got good at doing combos. I would just basically just have to keep jabbing at you to get a combo. Be like jab, 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 jab.
I think I was really good at Virtual Fighter, but I'm not sure.
I love watching people who are actually really, really good at fighting games. Like, I watched the first half of the EVO Final 8 last night, and that's really interesting. That's really fun, but not for me. I will watch.
I used to play a game, World of Tanks. I don't know if y'all have ever played that.
I've heard of it. I've seen it. I've never
I
played it.
need to re-download it on there with all my damn tanks. I've got a lot of level 10 tanks and stuff. I used to play it religiously. That was one of my games. And yeah,
Me and my buddies stole 1942. We played a lot of that.
played some 1942. Yes. Now they got War of the Warplanes and War of the Warships out now.
Yeah.
I want to play the warships. The warplanes, oh my god, had to be the worst thing in the world. Because I can honestly tell you, every time I got in a dogfight with somebody, we both just went around in circles.
Yeah.
And if your plane was faster, you could barely catch up sooner or later. And then go bing, 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 bing. 'Cause, I mean, you go, you meet each other, you fire, you try to avoid each other, and then it's just circles. The whole fucking time. I was like, this just sucks.
Like, that kind of thing would be fun in VR. Like, if you were in
Oh my
VR and you
God.
had good headphones, like, trying to track somebody,
Yeah.
that'd be fun. But watching it on a fucking screen, like, well, I know where you are, dickhead. Now
Have
we're
to
going to
lay
circle
down
around
on
each
the
other
floor.
for a while.
That's what would end up doing. And the matches, I think, last either 10 or 15 minutes. And you're just circling
So
around.
too long.
Circling around.
Yeah.
Circling around like fucking vultures.
Ace Fighter or Ace Warfighter or whatever the, like, jet game is going to be in VR. The next version will be in VR, so that will be... If they keep it really fast, that will be fun.
And just thinking of the flying games takes me back to Top Gun, back on the Nintendo.
That game's hard as shit.
So fucking hard.
Like, yep.
It's just ridiculous.
You got it through the level without getting hit once, but you're going to fucking crash into the ocean. Good luck.
You're gonna die. Try to land on my aircraft carrier. I dare you.
I mean, I think I've gotten to that second level maybe a dozen times in my entire life. Like, it's so hard.
It is so hard. God, I love gaming. I miss it though a lot. I haven't gamed since I got with this ex-wife. Not that much, because she'd bitch every time I'd be fucking playing Call of Duty or some shit on the fucking computer.
It's over, man. It's over. You could
I know
get
it.
back into it.
This wife lets me, you know, and I just haven't.
Dude,
capitalized
hook this
on it.
thing up to the TV and just start buying some multiplayer games. We'll play some Gang Beasts or Duck Game or something dumb and
Duck Hunt.
fun.
Did I hear Duck Hunt?
Duck Game.
I'm hearing Duck Hunt still.
We could
This
probably
duck game
do that too.
that like it's like arena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it called? Duck Game?
It's really silly. But it
There's
was,
a
I like
Can they-
good amount of those games that are fun. Like they all have a little unique twist to it.
Towerfall, Samurai Gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's literally dozens of
Yeah,
them.
there's
Video Ball.
and they're all fun. It's
Yeah.
cool.
Made in 2014.
That's pretty new. It would
The
work.
one we
in-
saw at RTX.
Saw a few.
The one we played.
Oh yeah. Shit.
Yeah.
That thing was crazy.
Has anybody
I think I
played
still have it.
Five Nights at Freddy's?
No, but I know.
I have watched
what
people
it
play
is.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
How was that watching that?
I enjoy being scared with other people
Okay.
or watching other people get scared. So it's
Because I almost bought my wife
Yeah.
a shirt of
The second one more for me.
I survived Five Nights at Freddy's. I almost bought her a shirt, and then I was like it kind of looks like showbiz, like
yeah, that's the whole idea.
freaks, yeah.
Yeah, it's basically just like
So I had to Google it.
here's
you
the
know?
weird Chuck E. Cheese's animals. They're trying to kill you.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what you get for coming in here after hours.
Bringing
punk.
children's nightmares to life.
I felt like it brought a lot of them. As soon as I saw it, I was like, holy shit, yeah, this is what I thought it was going to happen. Oh. It doesn't. It's not like Duck Dynasty. There's like a lot of different like mini games in there.
No.
Yeah.
Well, there's a bunch of different arenas and stages. Yes. And they all have different weapon setups and different. Like some of the levels you can't fall off of. Some of them are basically two tiny platforms, and you just try to blow the other players off the platforms. Just depends.
But from what I could tell, it's like most kills win.
Yes.
Oh, it's on Steam.
I have that on the computer.
I've got like 200 games on fucking Steam.
Really? Is that a real number? Because that's a lot of games.
Yeah, they
You
have
can
a lot,
rack up to
they have
200 games.
they have a lot of big sales.
Yeah, that's fair.
They have a lot of big sales where there are like 40 games. Like
Every
I've got all
year.
the Duke Nukems. I've
That's
got
fair.
a lot of games.
There's like
Outcry.
4 Steam sales a
Yeah.
year. They're seasonal at this point, so there's at least 4.
I used to hit it the summer once and it'd be like, hey, we've got 130 games right now for $59.99. Fuck yeah, let's do that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I bought Stardew Valley
Got my
and
Fallout.
Kerbal Space Program for like.
God, do I love Fallout.
I have Skyrim. Same company.
I had Skyrim. I couldn't get past the goddamn fucking dragon as like a level 8, and I had to go this way to get past this goddamn dragon to go get this fucking thing, and I would go as slow as fucking possible. And everybody said if you just walk as slow as possible, you won't wake up the dragon.
These people are fucking
And
weak, sir.
fucking woke up the goddamn dragon every fucking time, and then I turned the game off and I fucking snapped it in half.
These people
That don't
were
happen.
lying to you.
Oh yeah, quick, fast, and hard. But I think I had it for the PlayStation 3.
That was the super buggy fucked up version that lost my save on the final boss that I never finished. Hopefully that doesn't happen on the PC version because I won't finish it on here if I have to start over again.
And then I'll snap my computer in half.
No, I'll just never finish the game.
Well, I mean, if you stick to the story, you could beat it super quick.
And that's what
I
I was going
can't
off of.
do that. I mean, I could, but I don't enjoy doing that.
I stick to the story.
Well, if you just want to get to the end,
I mean, if I really just wanted to see the end, I'd look it up on YouTube.
which I think you have, haven't you? What
Not
game
for
were you telling
that
me?
game. It was for. That was for Fallout. That was for
Okay.
Fallout 4.
I have to beat a game first, and then from there I go back and play it, and I do all the other shit, you know, and I make the game just so fucking long. Man.
I have to try to beat the game first. If I don't, I don't care. Like, after a certain point, I don't care. I want to play... We were talking about it earlier. I want to play Inside, which is out, and then
Inside Out.
there's a bunch of
Yeah.
games that come out the rest of this year. I want to play Hitman. I think that would actually be fun for all to play together. Try and see what's the most creative way we could kill a bunch of people. I think that'd be fun.
I accept. Let's get ready to go out and buy a lot of games, gentlemen.
Y'all are.
Gotta make some money.
I'm poor.
I'm poorer than you are.
You.
Oh no.
On a house. Yeah.
Which
Don't
means
have
both things at the same time.
Steadier income than I do is where I was gonna go.
You had to take an awful long time.
No,
on that one.
it's because you said own a house. I'm like, yeah, that's fucked. And like, I'm like,
And I have every bill that comes along with a house.
hey man,
I'm just saying, you want to talk about who probably ends up with more out of their paycheck that they
Oh.
can spend.
trust me, it's you.
Where's your paycheck go?
I don't want to talk about it.
Is that going to be another one?
Alright guys, we're gonna go ahead and call that a night before we go down another slightly less than happy mood. We're gonna end this on a happy note. Thank you guys for listening. I'm gonna add an addendum onto this with all of our social media, Facebook pages, all that kind of stuff eventually. I just gotta round all that stuff up. But again, thank you guys for listening. I'm Tyler.
I'm Dustin.
I am Gus.
Good night.